Hello, hello. Welcome one and all. I am Paladin Ash. Welcome to my stream.
He stole the opening for me again. Also, hello, Keen. How you doing? Krypton is also here, but you can't see him yet. I gotta go change that real quick. Hold on. Let me get.
Hello there, boss stream. How are yous doing today? I hope you're all nice and happy and not a bunch of sad little
Hello
bastards.
You mean like British PMs?
Yeah, just like British PMs.
I feel
Please don't take away your guns. Please don't, or else you'll become like us, and we suffer eternally in hell.
I unironically feel so sorry for the British people. Like, actually. Like, okay, hold on.
Look.
There we go.
It's like us and Justin Trudeau. We voted him in several times.
That is true. That is. I will say, sadly, I have to acknowledge that because it is a little bit of, we voted in the mass surveillance party. Now we're being mass surveilled. Who could have possibly predicted this tragedy? A little bit. I will say that.
Well, the problem is with the mass surveillance thing is that the previous party was the one who actually made it happen to start off with, and then these people just finished it because there's a uni party in the UK. But that's okay. I can't talk anymore about that.
All right, yeah, because you're British, right? Well, I will say
that plus I'll get to
political on Maine.
Well, hey, Chonka, how you doing? I will say this, just like this isn't really political. This is just to be fair for the United States side of things. We voted in a guy with dementia last election, like one election ago. So yeah.
Isn't it funny how like in the past, what's wrong?
Nothing. I just realized my wings are damaged. I gotta repair them.
Wing Zero.
Wing Zero, Gundam Wing. Also, hello, person running around my base. Is that? Who is that? All right, Krypton.
It's me.
Okay. Yeah, you and Ash look superficially similar at a distance. I think you have the same hairstyle.
Also, we're all taller than Bo, who's a manlet.
Shut up.
Let's just check to be safe, just in case. Let's see. No, there's a.
Hold on.
Nah.
Okay, let me finish.
Check the shoulders.
Listen, let me just finish repairing the wings. I'll hop down onto a flat surface, okay? But I'm not going out into the deep desert with the slightly shitted wings. Okay. Okay, let me Nope,
he's slightly taller than me.
I'm taller than Krypton. Just put a light on it. Yeah, I'm slightly taller than Krypton. Hey, Mech Tech, how you doing? Also, hey, Gotchi. How do you, Neophyte, now that you've experienced the peak of Gundam Wing, Japan, okay, I think I was saying this before. I'm slowly rewatching Gundam Wing. And this time, like, subtitled as God intended. Honestly, I'm liking it more than I did way back the first couple times I watched it. Like, yeah. That said, I've only seen 3 episodes so far, subtitled. I need to watch the rest. And I know for a fact there's a lot of stuff that simply changing voice actors won't fix, especially plot-wise. Especially in terms of Gundam design. All the superior Japanese voice acting in the world isn't going to make Heavy Arms a good Gundam. Like that's just... Yeah. Besides, Heavy Arms can't be a good Heavy Arms because Gundam Leopard and Gundam X exists, and that's the good Heavy Arms. Has a Gatling gun and missile launching themed Heavy Assault Gundam. Actually brings enough ammo for the occasion every time.
Like, I swear 90% of Trowa's, like, involvement of Heavy Arms shows up on scene, immediately dumps his clip, resorts to his knife, and acts all, like, stoic about it. And, afterwards he basically can't do anything with his mech because he's, like, a solo operative and has no bullets.
I actually want to go. I want to go back to I want to go back to the first episode where he meets Catra at the end. I want to actually time his sustained fire on heavy arms, because that's the episode. Like, if he's dumping his Gatling guns on screen, or his main Gatling gun, that's how many seconds of ammunition he has in it, like total, you know? Now that as a British man, I can say we are having our... Yeah. Okay, I will say we're going to get off the topic of politics, though. I just want to do a shout out for my, my British homies.
That's why I stopped talking about it, because I'd end up saying things.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Krypton. Thank you. Okay, I need to figure out which way I'm going in this desolate hellscape to look for resources. I'm gonna go right.
What are you looking for today?
Honestly, today I know Ash picked up that because of that, like, 3 3/4 stacks of spice that I had. I'm probably gonna look for plastanium and plastanium today. Not plastanium. Titanium.
Titanium?
Yeah, titanium, a little bit of stravidium, probably. I know that there's a hot spot near me. I might, like, right here. Actually, I'm going to check out that hot spot, see if it's currently being occupied. It is occupied. There's people living there, but I'm going to go see if they're there. If they're not, I'll just steal some and then fuck off.
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring the big cutter. I'll probably go back. I'll go back to Haga once I've done this little run.
That said, if I see... Oh, go ahead.
Currently doing a run for aluminum, so please look forward to it.
Yeah, Ash is like... Ash has this, like, attitude of his help to the guild being just, I'm the bitch who makes the biscuits, but as I've said before, those aluminum biscuits you make are literally holding this whole operation together right now, so yeah. Don't feel bad about it, hon, okay? Just because I'm out in the deep desert and you're in Haga Basin, okay?
Man.
But they really are just, they really are just metal biscuits when you think about it. That's what a metal ingot is. That's what an ingot is. It's just a metal biscuit.
True.
It's just it's like, okay, but here's the question: do they go great with? Do you think they go great with Thanksgiving dinner with butter? Wait, was this the? Hold on, did I get the wrong spot? Oh well, maybe there's some titanium here.
Fucking reminding me, I recently I finished. I told you about that puzzle game I was playing recently, right, hun? Chance of Senar.
I think you were. Okay, I can't.
Yeah, where you're basically like going through a very familiar, almost borderline biblical structure, trying to essentially piece together the language of the people there, and it's literally like a search for clues and deduce kind of game. Where, like, at no real point are you really directly told what any particular word means. It's more like, periodically you luck into finding a Rosetta Stone situation, or, like, you make an assumption, or the game will be like, here, now that you've seen these things, what do you think the word is for this object or thing? Yeah, so it's like, you kind of have to guess a lot, and there were a few times where I was all like, reasonably sure what it's these ones, but I'm also going to start swapping in them brute force because I'm pretty sure I've narrowed it down to just one of them is incorrect.
Apparently this game will be on console next year. It'll probably realize that, and we'll probably realize the time it came out on PC. Oh wait. Dune Awakening's already on console, though. I want to say it's also on. Unless you mean it's coming out on Xbox. Because I want to say it's on PlayStation as well.
PlayStation.
Shoes.
Fiscal responsibility.
Tom's scared. There, you beat me to it. Xbox. Okay, because I know it was on. Oh, there's just a Stravidium. There's a lump of Stravidium right at this control point. Okay. Yeah, because I knew this was already out on, I want to say, PlayStation. Oh, that's scrap metal. We don't want that. Come on. There we go. Well, I'm glad it'll be coming out on Xbox as well. Maybe you'll be able to join us out here, Chonka. I mean, this game is fun, so yeah. Now, where the fuck was that titanium hotspot that I remember? Also, I need to recharge my Thopter. Hold on.
Where is that storm coming from?
Is that in Haga or is that here?
I'm in Haga.
Okay, so yeah, that's Haga. Yeah. You know, this game's a lot of fun. I recommend it. It's a really good. I get the pun. I get it's a pun. Bear with me. Sandbox MMO. Oh god, yeah, this game forces me to pun. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I mean, look, Chonka, that's just what it's called. It's called a sandbox MMO, okay? I get it's also in a literal sandbox. But yeah. You enjoyed the game but can't play your PC as potato? Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that might cause problems. I could, honestly, how potato is your PC? My old PC was a potato. I could run this on it. I was streaming it on that PC before I got the new one. Is that more Stravidium down there? Yeah, it is. I'll grab it anyway.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go. Dune Awakening on Xbox. Imagine rating someone yell, Xbox turn off. Okay, you know what? That is... Yeah, okay, Chonka, that is some next level strats. When that comes out on Xbox, I'm just going to do that in PvP from now on. Just yelling Xbox turn off and seeing what happens. Here's the good shit.
Reminds me of fucking what I heard about the, what was it, Connect version or PlayStation Move version of Until Dawn. Because there was like a sequence in that game where, for specifically that version of the game, there was like a mic sensitivity part. And the mic was like overly sensitive baseline, so people were fucking getting like a character killed by the Wendigos because their dog barked in the background.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's funny. Okay, I think we can all agree now that you know, voice commands in video games were just a gigantic fucking gimmick that never really accomplished anything.
Look. There are some sequences where it would be neat, but I feel like there are things like, say, like Skyrim's shout system. You know, like, that would have been neat if baseline. It's moddable now. You can mod the game to do that. You know, have that baseline.
Uh-oh.
You know, so you can kind of get into the mode.
Oh, is the sandstone coming to your base?
Yeah, that is coming straight for me. I need to find a place to hide. Can I make it back in time? Oh god, I don't know if I can.
I was just wondering there, because I was flying back and I wasn't sure whether I was going to just fly into the storm, so I'll just wait for it to finish.
Honestly, the fact that I have to hide in a PvP zone makes me more nervous than having to hide from the sandstorm itself. Alright. Okay, I found a sheltered location. I found a sheltered location. I'm gonna hide out here while the storm blows through.
That sandstorm very nearly missed shield wall.
Yeah, there's one blowing through deep desert now. I got my Thopter in a safe spot. I just need to, like, you know, pray to God nobody finds where I've hidden it while I wait.
Remember, those are there on the other side of this flat little... This is like the most bizarre little, like, Harkonnen base.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody basically just created a fucking. It's not like enclosed. It's literally just like an open parking area for like vehicles on the sand. In Harkonnen black.
That doesn't make much. There has to be just. Is that even gonna wait? Is that gonna hit me? I haven't got a warning about it. It's like right on top of me.
But yeah, you're gonna say that has to be.
What do you call it? I'm just reading chat. Voice. Okay. Oh, with the yeah. That's to be a terrible design for a parking place because sandstorms.
Yeah, there is like an enclosed little garage area that has a buggy in it.
Okay, that storm's gonna miss me. I'm gonna wait for it to blow past. Voice command era of games was truly the 3D TV trend of the industry. Real.
Yeah.
I still
3D. Oh, go ahead.
I still remember Angry Joe playing the Steel Battalion Connect game. That was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
it like the clips of it fucking like make me just like lose my shit because like Connect, like part of the problem with Steel Battalion on the Connect is that there are times where it requires you to use a controller. The problem is that the Connect will like align to your body and then like wig out if your body is in any way, shape, or form crossing over. So if you've got your like hands together, it'll be like cannot track, and start wigging out. Fucking, he was like sitting there and it was like freaking out, and because Steel Battalion is all about like being a dude inside of a mech, piloting that mech, very, very in-depth. You have all sorts of things that you're supposed to reach out and grab. His, like, in-game model was reaching out and grabbing shit and opening shit and fucking, like, closing shit. He literally could not respond efficiently to anything.
Yep. There we go. A little more Titanorino. I should really hunt for that hotspot, but I don't know which direction it is. And frankly, I'm finding enough titanium just cruising here.
There you go. Fuck off.
Personally, I prefer cruising for precious resources than for
Sand.
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna make a potentially not okay for TOS joke about cruising.
Oh.
Oh, Shai Hulud is close to the surface there. What the shit? Yeah, I'm just gonna get some air as I go over him. There we go.
Like, I have my opinions on that, but I won't fucking get into them. Not because I'll be TOS violating, but it would be, like, probably, like, me getting a little bit spicy in, like, the politics of it.
My opinion on that stuff is pretty firmly set. I'm not a casual sex guy. I'm actually quite opposed to it.
I mean, I'm very much all, do what you want with your body. Fucking be smart about it. But cruising as a concept is one of those things that, like, at least, like, going to a fucking place, a public place, and looking for some action. It's not just dangerous, it borders on possibly exposing you to somebody who didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault because they went to a fucking public washroom in a park. It doesn't matter if it was like an isolated one that people rarely go to. But like, at the same time, it is dangerous. There have been people who have advantaged knowledge about that to harm people. When I was a little kid, there was actually like a major case where a guy was violently beaten by a group of 3 or 4 drunkards in I think it was Stanley Park, and it was like after dark, so to be fair, nobody else, you know, was at risk of seeing anything. But like these like guys just kind of decided on a lark to go there because one of them just so happened to know that that was a spot where, you know, the alphabet soup guys show up and fucking you know beat him up and he died.
Oh hey, Millie, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. I'm guessing you have concluded your playthrough of Dead Space 3.
Hey Cowboy Pascal. Hey Millie. Thanks for the raid.
Yeah, thanks for the raid, guys. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I had that stream up. They were screaming in agony.
Dead Space 3 is done, and I'm uninstalling this so fucking fast and real.
Oh, it's too scary for them.
No, that's because it is literally just. We want the Call of Duty. Remember when EA was in there, Electronic Arts was in there. We want the Call of Duty audience phase. Yeah, Dead Space 3 is a victim of that. Yeah. I'm fucking dying. Yeah, please don't, Pascal. You're a cool dude. Stop playing that awful game. Stop it. Get some help.
Makes streaming series about playing bad games. Every time he plays a bad game, God, I just wanted to end. Just like, okay. It's like, I don't know, this feels self-inflicted.
Okay, true. On the other hand, the guys who did Mystery Science Theater 3000 knew what they were getting into with those movies, and they made a classic sci-fi comedy show out of it.
Yeah, but I don't think they know what they're getting into properly at the time, so it's just like...
I feel like Dead Space 3 is enough of a reputation that they were duly informed.
Pascal, please tell us in chat if you were properly prepared for Dead Space 3.
But it's God's official temple. God designed it. And so nothing can stop it.
Because I don't really want to tab out and look because I'm flying over the sand and I don't want to die.
Because you fucking missed the end of the Cold War.
I mean, he probably wasn't prepared for the fact that it was not in fact free.
God's gonna fuck your shit.
Millie, I see you've discovered the Temple Gundam redeem. I hope you like that.
Temple Gundam?
It's Amuro's dad giving him the
Call signs check in.
Oh, Exorn, thank you for the resubscription. Congrats on 6 months. But it's Amuro's dad giving him the upgrade part to the RX-78-2 when he met his dad again later in the series, except it's been dubbed over with quotes from the Temple OS guy. I forget where I found that, but I found that I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is actually just Amuro's dad, late series.
I don't think he died. Genuinely don't think he died because, like, kind of falling on your ass at the bottom of the stairs in the way he did would not kill you. And he wasn't actually a head injury victim. He was a hypoxia victim.
True. See, I like to think Amuro's dad died just because that was a spice blow. That was close too.
That's not a reason.
No, that was a happening in the Dune game. Okay, I'm heading in that direction.
The happening?
The spice blow was a happening in the game. But
no, the happening.
Oh, the happening. Right, yeah. But you're gonna spice. Yeah, seriously. I'm gonna spice all over the place, man. I got so much spice. I mean, that's the name of the stream today, is Space Cocaine Mining Simulator 2025. Might as well go get some space cocaine.
Getting the purple to put it in my beer.
Yep.
Wait, this is just Lean Simulator.
Oh my god, the spice is purple. It just hit me. What if the spice is just powdered lean? That would actually be funny. Cocainium? Yes.
Yes, the lean melange.
Treasure.
Or is it the spice melange?
The spice melange. Oh god.
Okay. Now I need to recuperate the water in my place, which
listen,
I've already been doing.
I don't count this as a political topic, so I'm just gonna bring it up. Remember when the Biden administration had GamerSups censor the fucking container for lean because it had Biden on it? So GamerSups just released the new container, and it's literally just Joe Biden in fucking what do you call it? You know, the glasses with the fucking funny nose. Apparently the
Groucho glasses.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
The Groucho Marx glasses. But anyways, you're gonna say.
Apparently that GamerSups container constituted a threat to national security. Yep, that's the worm. But he can cope and seethe about it because I just got off the sand.
Okay. That is a full 1,000 aluminum I am currently making. I'm gonna go around sticking people for their blood.
You're topping off the water supply, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I need to. Well, for mine, you know, the water supply in fucking the main base is fine. We haven't made anything major.
Looks like the spice looks like a powdered grimace shake. Oh my god, that would just straight up kill you. Like you know, snorting a fucking grimace shake. That's another spice field right there, a little one, right there. I'm going for it. And a crashed ship. Okay, now I'm torn. I feel like I'm only going to be able to get one of these before the worm shows up. But
Spice is right.
we do, yeah. That's look at real talk. That's what I'm feeling. We need the spice more than we need the shit in the ships. You know, double spiced powder. Yeah. The Spacing Guild just snort lean and then see the future. Let's get this spice. I'm getting a little more bold in my spice collection. I don't even wear the soft step boots anymore. I just use the compact compactor.
They don't really give much of a benefit, so it's like whatever. I hop into my my ornithopter, I fly off. Shai-Hulud, you know, throws a little hissy. He fucks off. I fly down. You know, rinse, repeat.
Well, a lot of what it has to do with it's mostly a deep desert thing, because in the deep desert, the zone is much an individual deep desert zone is much bigger. So Shai-Hulud has to travel further to get to you. So by the time you draw worm aggro, you've generally pulled up a lot of spice already. Yeah, see, I was able to get this whole small field before he showed up. Okay, now here's the question. Is he gonna take the ship? Because if he doesn't take the ship, I might go to see what's in that, like if there's anything valuable in it. So we're just gonna hover here. We're gonna nice and far away from the edge of the Dune. Oh, yep, there it goes. Wait, no? I don't know if that's gonna be gone or not by the time, Is he fucking off, or... Suddenly wonder if you can get high, get a worm high on spice. No, oh, he ate it. Yep, it's gone.
The ship?
What?
Yeah.
That was another oh, hello. Hello. That's another spice flow. I'm going for it. Rip ship. Yeah. Yeah. The ship was too good for this sinful earth. Shai-Hulud took it down. Honestly, the ships are worth it just because they can actually drop the plastanium patterns. So I've started going for those, or at least going for the patterns, you know. Spice Mania out here? Yeah, no. Honestly, I used to skip the small spice blows in the deep desert, and then I started harvesting them and realized that even if they're small, they still drop more spice than the Haga Basin small spice blows. So yeah, no, they're absolutely worth getting, even if they're small. By the way, did you set that spice I found yesterday to process, honey, when you brought it home?
What? Oh, yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Sorry, I was in combat, could not properly hear you for a moment.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I fucking did that because why the fuck not? It takes up so much space otherwise, and I mean we had the water.
Yeah, because it literally it weighs a ton, you know, like this. The spice sand is actually super fucking heavy. And boop.
I need to set up Nightbot.
It's not hard to set up. Certainly easier than Restream. Restream's been giving you trouble ever since you installed it, right?
A little bit, yeah. Like, I've ironed out the kinks a bit, but it's still like feet. And, you know, also won't let me comment into Twitter. So I have no idea what's going on that side. Not that anybody really chats from the Twitter end anyways, so it's no big. I'm still a 2-view Andy, so I get basically very few people.
Twitter, the Twitter one's a little funky. People can comment in Twitter. I don't think you can actually send messages to Twitter default.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, you know, like if you were to go to your like chat box right now, I mean the UI doc chat box, you can decide where you want your like post to wind up when you make one.
Yeah.
But like, I noticed when I was looking at it that it was proceeding to be like, oh yeah, this goes to YouTube and Twitch, but not Twitter.
Yeah,
Why?
no, it's just like that. It's just like that. A lot of it has to do with how streaming on Twitter works, from what I've noticed. I'm still dredging in the irradiated zone in Haga Basin. Oh, Sheol, yeah. Everyone's least favorite part of fucking Haga Basin. It's funny too, because despite it being the worst part of Haga Basin, we have two FOBs set up for our guild there for getting plastanium, because not plastanium, jasmium for our duraluminum supply. You know you shove bodies into the death still before logging off yesterday. I mean, yeah, even if we have, unless Ash said something to. Oh right, he brought all that spice home. What is pissing Shy Halud off that he's popping out of the sand at random like that?
I'll check if there's any. I'll check the water.
Should be all right. All right, let's park our butts here. We got titananium, titanium. No, really, Shy Halud, what are you pissed at? That's like the third breach you've done in like a minute. The worm actually. Go ahead, on.
Let me get the fucking blood out of these bodies. I hate it when this game proceeds to be like, no, I can't. Anyway.
I can't let you do that, Ash.
The worm actually looks cool when it doesn't destroy your frames. Honestly, it might be your particle effect settings, because he does kind of wharf up a lot of sand when he breaches like that. You know, he saw another Thopter in our area, huh? And more likely, the water needs to be topped off, because if you delivered a bunch of water yesterday, then Ash brought home a fuck ton of spice today and set that to cook.
Yeah.
There was only enough space on the water tank for 2 bodies, so I put 2 bodies on to get sucked.
Yeah. That works just fine. Yeah, I turned off the like before I retrieved the sand, I turned off the water traps because it was like, oh, those are just using their filters for nothing.
Yeah, we're topped off on water in our deep desert base too, so I turned the water traps off. I also started topping them off with the good filters that I made that you brought over.
The good koosh.
We got the good koosh.
This is the dollar store. How good could it be?
seen that one video by Magnifical on YouTube. It's just that, but it's describing that to be what is it, Rogel, Dorn, and Sigismund's entire relationship. It's really not wrong. It's the funny part. Oh, more titanium. Thank you. Okay. Whichever dev increased the incidental titanium spawns throughout the deep desert, thank you. Especially because I lost the location of the nearby hotspot. So this is very helpful. All this titanium. Is that more titanium down there, or is that straminium? That's straminium, but I'll take it. Go.
I love how you went boop as I was fucking scything through, dude.
That also reminds me, because I haven't streamed it in a while, EVE Online will be returning as a game I stream fairly soon now. I'm going to be making a note of it, of going back out to Nullsec. I have been inspired to do so by playing this. You know, doing deep desert ops in this game.
Just remember to keep your head on a swivel, and if you lose your ship, it is not worth fucking, like, melting down over.
I know. Well, I mean, something that's gonna, like, you know, help temper me in that regard is I will probably not, in any way, shape, or form, use anything too expensive to rat out there anymore. That said, I do want to put my new carrier skills to the test, because I finally capped off my carrier skills. Or, you know, got them reasonably high that it wouldn't be like, you know, a burden. Oh, that's a crashed ship. Okay, this one I'm going for. It's a graphics card thing, you believe? Ah, okay. What is your graphics card in your machine, Mac? Excuse me. Oh. What are you... Okay, now I need to wait to see if Shai Hulud's gonna eat this here ship or not, because... What's he... I have no idea what that worm is pissing and moaning about. There's nobody on the sand. Good news, you got to play some Black Templars yesterday? Very nice. Listen, after the latest lore shit for Grey Knights, and, you know, Black Templars and Grey Knights had their release at the same time this edition, I'm actually very glad that, Oh. I think I just watched a man die.
So the Grey Knights basically had like a weird lore entry that basically said if the Emperor were to ever be reborn or healed and otherwise get up off the throne, they would immediately lash him to the throne by the fastest possible means because him sitting on the throne is necessary to protect Terra. And that is like their core reason to be is to ensure Terra continues to exist.
Okay, but you see, it's dumb, and the reason it's dumb is because, well, okay, so first of all, I landed on the wrong side.
I don't even think you need to explain how it's dumb. Like, it's stupid lore, and also, how the fuck are they gonna pull that one off without the Custodes mogging on them?
Well, okay,
completely?
here's a big part of it. The big part of it is that it's the Terminus Decree. That's the big problem. Now, the Terminus Decree was supposed to be like the big ultimate sanction of the Grey Knights. We don't know what the fuck it... Ooh, hello. Walker Sandcrawler engines. Yeah, I'll take those. Any industrial pumps? No. One moment. Remind me. Remind me. Terminus Decree. That's what we were talking about. I'm trying to get this shit.
Terminus Decree.
Yeah, come on, pop already. There we go. Pumps? No. You know what? I'm not going to risk it. I got 2 Mark 6 patterns. That is fine with me. I'm taking off. Okay, let me get to, there's some dregs of that spice field left. I'm actually going to go for it, just to, like, say I got it. Okay, so Terminus Decree. Here's why the fact it's the Terminus Decree is a problem. Because... So the whole deal with the Terminus Decree was it is the ultimate sanction of the Grey Knights. It is the big thing for them, you know? Like their big thing they have to pull off if it comes to it in the Warhammer lore. And the big deal with the Terminus Decree was that we didn't know what it was, right? That was the big deal of the Terminus Decree. And the problem is that now we know, and it's...
Hey there.
Huh? Hold on. Hey, man. Hey, man.
If you could help me out?
What's wrong? Hello? No? I don't trust that guy. He had a las gun out. I'm trying to get distance. Yeah, no, look, maybe that's mean. He was not responding back, and he had a las gun out. So, yeah, I don't trust that.
The guy was saying in chat earlier, oh shit. No, that's not what he was saying, by the way, before you make the joke.
What the fuck is this? Is this carbon? That's carbon. There's a carbon hotspot. What the fuck is that doing here?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that spawned out here.
Anyways, what was I saying? Right. The guy was saying earlier in chat that you can actually, you know, have pretty calm time of things in the AM in the deep desert.
Mm-hmm.
It's only towards like the afternoon where things you know, start to heat up. So like, you know, for all your spice harvesting dreams.
Yeah, good time to time it. Dude was baiting a trap. Yeah, no, he had a las gun on him. And when I asked what was up, he was not responding. I don't trust that. I mean, maybe he really did need help, but you know, you really can't risk it when that guy could literally disintegrate my fucking Thopter with a las gun, you know? All right. Well, while I'm floating here, because like, yeah, like by all means, don't be I'm not gonna be a dick in the deep desert, but I'm also gonna, you know, I'm also gonna watch my ass and not be naive about it. How's my Thopter's inventory doing? We could probably take a little more spice on us before I have to head back.
Okay.
That field popped around here somewhere. Oh, I see it. Right over there. Yeah, no, he was actually probably, unironically, baiting a trap. So, yeah. Remnants of a big one nearby too? Oh shit. Okay, yeah, that might actually be super fucking good for me to go to. I don't got the room for it now, but if it's nearby, I'll scout it out, mark it, and then come back to it. Sunstroke in here, but whatever. I'm being a sweaty little guy here. Come on, grab it before the fucking worm shows up. Okay. There he is. Okay. Adam Fire, do you remember which way you saw... Oh, wait, was it this way? Yeah, there's where there would be the spawn point, but I don't know if there's actually a field up right now. Just because there's a crater doesn't mean there's a spice field on it. Your power went out? Oh, damn. Y'all good now? You know, Bo seems like the kind of gay to sniff spice off ash in various places. Okay, you joke, but unironically, there in the Dune Prophecy show, there were people snorting spice before, like, yeah. I think they were snorting spice anyway. Okay, no, this is not a spawned field.
It makes fucking sense.
What is the golden path to making my wife come?
You listen, you must journey into the deep desert and find the clitoris. No man has ever found it, for it is an elusive beast.
Harvesting the bush for plant fiber.
Paul Atreides at the very beginning of this game. I dream of it. The clitoris.
You know, and that just reminds me of the clitoris gag from the fucking South Park movie. You know, Chef's like, you must find the clitoris. And then he actually, like, you know, finds the clitoris later in the movie. Okay. There we go. All right. Are there any valuable combat resources in this? This looks mostly like strontium, but what the shit?
What?
I went down. Oh, I know what happened. I jumped out of the thopter too early, and I fucking took a fall. I'm an idiot. Listen, of all the things that could possibly kill me in the deep desert, I don't want fall damage to be the one thing that does me in finally, you know?
He wants it to be this dick that does.
No, I prefer to not die at all. Also, Ash, you're the bottom of the relationship. I ain't dying to your dick. Gravity hates you for some reason. Yeah, no, just okay, I'm headcanon it. My suspensor belt randomly inverted and. Oh, the spice blows just don't end out here, do they? Okay. I'm heading in that direction. How is my actual... Okay, my inventory is getting pretty full, though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit too much more resources on. I'll have to head back.
Oh my god, I hate these fuckers.
Oh, are you fighting sandflies?
No, I'm dealing with fucking, you know, standard fucking, you know, slavers, but they have that fucking void grenade, and also I'm dealing with, like...
Oh, the one that makes you float. The anti-gravity grenade. Yeah, that's just annoying.
Fuck you, yeah, that's what you get.
You have to reset all your clocks. Ah, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
It was weird. A couple weeks back, I think, I was, like, in my house, and an object beeped at me strangely, and I was like, what are you beeping at me? Because I just brushed by it. I found out that the reason it beeped was because for the slightest of moments, power flickered in my house.
Where's the spike? Okay, there was a... There you are! You're literally on the fucking hill, damn. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something smart here.
Immediately dies.
I fell through my thopter, but okay. Big Daddy Worm knows I'm here.
Not a badly placed base, but I can tell it's slowly crumbling from disuse.
Still very happy getting MVP's Lumine and Mecha Break. Man, it's always hard to get MVPs the fucking support. That shit ain't easy. Alright, okay, I got most of the field. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna fly out there and get the dregs after I deposit this. There was some titanium right here. Deposit that. All right. Hold on. Yeah, I need to land this thing somehow. All right. One moment, Akashua, then I'll get to what you said. Gotta lock in gathering the spice because I don't want to get eaten.
I don't know why anybody would make spice melange food, because you get so much just fucking running around.
I think really you only want to make it for like the very top tier spiced foods that you can't loot. But it's like... I don't know, it just seems like a waste of spice to me.
It really fucking does.
When you can just say, why make the expensive stuff when you can just cram the lesser stuff down your throat?
Yeah.
You have no idea how much spice I can fit in my mouth. Okay. I got the spice. Okay, my inventory is getting dangerously full. I'm going to head back to base, drop off, and head back out. I'm gonna go to the left this time into the deep desert.
I think for Friday's stream, I might swap out to EOS Saints Row 2 because, like, it's not Saints Row 2, it's Saints Row 3, but, like, I don't know. Open world games, like, unless it's, say, something that you could just fuck around in, like, say, like, Oblivion, just aren't really, like, my bag for streaming. Open world, shooter games is probably a better way of saying it.
Yeah, not your favorite thing to stream.
Plus, you already played a modified Saints Row 3 when you played 2022.
Yeah. And that was somehow, like, purely because it is, like, the dullest of the dull mediocrity, somehow less enjoyable to play than Dustborn, which was at least hilariously awful.
Yeah, Dustborn was at least entertainingly bad, you know? It is objectively bad in every way, but it's bad in the dumbest way possible. Also, what Akasho said that I wasn't able to read. You know, I've heard a lot of the PvE players for Dune left because there's not enough PvE content to do outside the grinding, so they either went back to Conan or other survival games. I see, honestly, now the opposite happened. From what I understand, a lot of PvPers quit because they made the PvE zone in the Deep Desert bigger. It made the Deep Desert much more fair to more casual players who don't want to PvP. So a lot of, like, the people wanted this to be their hardcore PvP game, like, left in a huff, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Like, I know the game is a PvP element. That doesn't mean PvPers are supposed to get everything while the PvE players get nothing.
Yeah. And they're gonna add more content. Like, that is kind of the thing, is that this game is still technically new, but they fully intend to add different areas.
Yep, like new areas. Evidently, spice tastes different every time it's tasted. As I remember distinctly from the books, it has a smell of cinnamon to it. I don't think its color is ever described in the books. Oh, never mind. I thought my game glitched again to where my base disappeared, but no, it popped back up. Let the PvP fucks huff and puff. What are they gonna do? Get out their chairs for the first time get off their chairs for the first time in a week? Real. There's some people who want games just to be PvP for no actual beneficial reason other than they just want to gank people and make their lives miserable. Like, that's just...
I mean, that's more or less it.
Yeah. Like, I get people who want PvP for, like, a competitive reason, you know? But, again, then there's the people who just want to gank people, and they're, like, the ones who are, like, you know... Yeah.
I mean, I believe the competitive reason, if it weren't for the fact that half the time, like, games like Rust or fucking, you know, Ark, when it has PvP in it, it really just involves a lot of griefing. Like, it's not some sort of compelling experience. It is quite literally, I want the ability to go into a person's base and destroy it and take all their shit. I don't even need the shit. I'll put it in the fucking, like, ocean for all I care. I don't want it. But, like, ultimately speaking, they just want to, like, do something that annoys or hurts people. Essentially, their game's predicated on gift. You know, gift theory. I'm not the biggest fan of PvP in games like this because, like, okay, I get the general idea of it is that, like, because, like, in a PvE setting, you know, once you kind of get a handle on it, there's not really any churn to the system. The game doesn't really threaten you. Not like, say, like, a good example, Valheim, where, like, part of the game is that every so often, you know, an enemy force will come after your base and attack it. And defending it is just kind of par for the course. And it gets harder as time goes on. Oh my god. Yeah, it gets harder as time goes on because, like, things will come after you, but, like, most games don't have that. You know, but then, like, you put in PvP and you're like, oh, that'll like, you know, stir the pot. But the thing is, PvPers are often literally just pot stirrers embodied. That's the only thing that they do. They're not interested in playing the PvE element. They're interested in, like, annoying you. And unlike, say, like, a game, like, you know, like, that's, like, intent upon this, like, essentially false sense of life, you know, like, anarchistic life, where there would actually be, like, push and pull from, like, the environment and resource draw. You know, like, quite literally, you know, people fighting over resources. But in a PvE game, those resources restore themselves. So, you have no real reason to do that. PvPers are just doing it to make somebody upset.
Yeah. Hey, Krypton, did you take resources back to the main base?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was just wondering where they went. Yeah, thank you, actually. That saves me a trip later. The idea... Oh, go ahead.
I did all the Stravidium, part of the Titanium, and all the ship grabbed resources.
Okay, yeah, thanks, dude. The idea, a fight for the really high-level ingredients and items you will need to truly thrive. What happens? Some asshat makes a YouTube career being an asshole and annoys you and makes it popular to do so that way people that want to relax can. Yeah, basically. I will say, one of the few games that actually pulled it off well is EVE Online. And that's because EVE Online has the PvE endgame, or the PvP endgame really is this much vaster thing than just fighting each other, you know? Even the major corporations in LoSec are fighting over territory and resources and stuff, you know. Yeah, they'll do piracy and gank people that come into LoSec, but they're not just doing that, you know. They're also trying to hold on to what they have in their little, like, you know, in their, like, you know, fucking, you know, the Road Warrior in space situation they've got going on in LoSec. And then there's Wormhole Space, which is weirdly peaceful, despite the fact it's even more you know, more chaotic than Nullsec. And then there's Pochven, which is just Pochven's just Chicago, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Pochven is just Chicago. Everyone kills everybody there. I like Conan the most out of all survival games I've played because it has a massive map to explore, dungeons, raid, bosses, fairies, biomes, sorcery, taming. Yeah, and the more it makes the... honestly, I'll say this much about Dune Awakening. Dune Awakening scratches an itch. Oh, a Landsrat task was revealed. Okay. Duraluminum ingots to House Moritani, House Ikaz, spice-infused steel dust. Deliver opal fire gems.
Oh, I think
never
one of
grabbed
those?
any of those. I've seen some in the base inventory, but I've never grabbed those. I've never found them.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're supposed to do with them other than turn them in.
Yeah, they're basically like ship manifests.
Yeah, okay, so if you can find the House Canola NPC, they're accepting the opal fire gems. Well, like, I have no idea where they are, but if you can find them, you can deliver them. But yeah, you see, Akashua, this game is like relatively new. I like the content loop this game has so far. I also know they're expanding upon the content, so yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're gonna add. My phone is bitching at me about something.
What's the status of my okay, my engine needs replacing soon.
Oh, how busted is it?
Okay, so health-wise, it just needs to be repaired, but it has like a bar of red that's like about like a fifth of the whole thing, a fifth to a quarter.
Maybe it's about time for a replacement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do bounty hunting? There's no system to support it. Not currently. I know they added a system like that in Eve and then promptly got rid of it. Which I thought was kind of lame. I thought it was neat.
Wait, you can't put fucking bounties on people's heads anymore?
Oh, you can. You can, but I want to say they got rid of I want to say they either got rid of the system or made it that you can't like actively hunt down people with bounties anymore. Like you can't like, where's their location, and then just go and fucking murk them like you used to be able to.
That's kind of boring to just be all like, oh, game, tell me where they are. Yeah, it's if you're gonna actively hunt a player down, you really ought to have like some interactions with people.
Yeah, I think just saying, hey, where are they is a little too far, I think. Don't get me wrong, I like what Dune is doing and the overall sci-fi theme and stuff, but I need to see more PvE content added. Yeah, I understand that. Like I said, I'm waiting to see how they expand the PvE in the future, but they're going to expand the PvE. They've already said the only wow, there's a big base out here, Jesus. They got all the facilities. But they already said the what do you call it? They're going to focus on like the PvP is going to be the deep desert, you know?
I admit, on this subject, I'm massively biased personally because I am PvP's #1 hater.
Yeah, honestly, Hun, of all the things you were choosing to devote your life to hating, you chose PvP, and honestly, your dedication to the hate is kind of, I respect it actually.
Look. As somebody who played WoW for years and remembers like how one of the worst things to ever happen to MMOs was put into the game purely because of PvP. Yeah, I feel I'm justified. Just to be clear for those who are wondering what I mean. WoW, and by extension any game that kind of follows that model, originally had systems for like crowd control and like, stuns and whatnot that were like functional, useful, and actually necessary in fights. But then, like, WoW introduced the idea of diminishing returns, which applied both to PvE and PvP. And what that means is that after like a use or two of a crowd control ability, it no longer works in PvE.
Oh, and subsequent uses will not last as long.
Yeah. And like that was introduced purely because of griping about like, perma stun lock rogues in fucking WoW PvP.
Specifically to that, the context, specifically arena PvP. Nobody gave a shit for like battlegrounds, and I also remember distinctly it was arena PvP that really killed PvP in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and this was during a time when like a dude who was one of the developers for WoW at the time was straight up said he wanted to like make WoW a more PvP focused game.
Esports.
Yeah, that was like a thing that he wanted back when esports was just becoming like a thing. I don't even think it was like properly taking off yet. I mean, it sort of was, but it sort of wasn't. Like StarCraft is a thing, but like not like to the level that like, it came to be. Fucking, he wanted it to be that way, and I am not here for that treatment of the game. Like, genuinely, one of the worst things to ever come out of like WoW, because it affects every MMO that followed after it. Final Fantasy 14.
Because they're all just copying WoW. Burning Crusade Arena PvP killed it. Yes. No. Listen, I was one of those guys who like was infamous in Alterac Valley for like, I was one of those guys people feared in Alterac Valley. Alterac Valley was fucking great. So was the open world PvP that would pop off. But then they introduced arenas, and it all just kind of, arenas killed PvP in World of Warcraft. Because in their attempts to balance around arenas, they killed all the other PvP. I miss my days of doing the giant weekend-long Alterac Valley battles. That shit was fucking great. Oh, here we go. Here's the bonanza of titanium.
Call in the reinforcements.
What was that? Oh, Devilish. The Devilish. I don't know how to fully read off your name. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. How you doing? How was your stream? I'm having a bit of an awakening in the Dune right now. All right, let's store that. There we go. Now we can start swiping.
Oh, thanks for the follow.
Thank you for following Ash. Hold on.
Thanks for the follow, Mech Tech. Fucking, but yeah, like Final Fantasy 14.
We got a prop in chat. One moment. Yeah, you.
Oh, that's mine. One sec.
I nuked him.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, tickle his balls.
Oh, wait. Shout out Androgyne Neko. I forgot to shout out Millie when she raided. I'm an asshole.
But yeah, fucking Final Fantasy 14 was one of those ones that got screwed over by that simply by virtue of following the leader.
Devilish, I will give you a shout out as soon as the cooldown is up. It's a short one. I've only shout out one person so far. I need to get a bot that does an auto shout out.
Yee.
Riona uses one of those. I should really get one. Yep. No worries. Okay, just remind me in case I forget, because I am kind of dumb. All right, now where is all the titanium?
Shout outs.
All right, later, Mech. Hope you have a good evening.
What do you mean I have to wait? My chat is different.
Don't tell me the shared chat puts a cooldown on.
Yeah, fucking looking like.
Well,
and I have to do the shit from the shared chat because I can't do it from the restream chat.
yeah. That's what. Honestly, that's why I have both chats open when I'm.
How do you open up both chats?
Okay, so I have like. I'll have to take a screen cap of how I've got my things layered, laid out on my other monitor, but I've got like a slightly minimized. I've got a slightly minimized OBS, and then I've got my YouTube and my Twitch chat in a pair of pop-out windows.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's see if I can't do this from mine. Avoid Pascal, right. There we go.
Okay. Bo's brain can only handle 2 things at once, and one of those things is constantly thinking about Ash's ass. So when he's gaming, he's getting too confused. No, oh no, it's not that at all. I'm just dumb.
Oh shush, honey, you're cute.
I'm not smart, man. Uh-oh.
Your Honor, I'm just a fucking idiot.
Well, listen. I can't stand trial because I'm fucking stupid.
Okay, let's see.
That's the retarded defense. That works, right? Which reminds me, it's funny because apparently YouTube rescinded their rule that says you can't swear in the first 7 seconds of a video.
Wait, what?
There was a rule that if you put out a YouTube video or streamed, in the first 7 seconds you could not swear, you'd get deboosted on the algorithm, and you would also lose you'd get deboosted on the algorithm, and you would no longer be paid for the video.
That feels like it was targeted at very specific, streamers.
Yeah, they got rid of that recently, which I am perfectly okay with because that was retarded.
That feels like it was targeted at those people who were like, sup, motherfuckers.
Literally just Kiryu Coco. That's how she started every stream. Being retarded does not shield you from judgment. No, it does not. But no, it does not. But I'm at least self-aware of my own stupidity. That's gonna slide right off that cliff.
That would be a hilarious fucking random, like, deep in the code, but not outright said thing. Like, in Final Fantasy, if there was a debuff that was kind of, like, literally it was called, like, dimwit or something like that, and then, like, you find out deep in the code, apparently it shields you from Ramuh's Judgment Bolt.
Man, I haven't played 14 in so long. But sadly, I'm not really getting the desire to play it just because, well, I've said before my problem with 14 and that it basically ended. At least as far as I'm concerned, it ended. So, I don't see the point of continuing the story when they had a perfect ending.
I'm willing to entertain, like, an ongoing forever story so long as certain story, like, look. Have your fucking comic books, have your soap operas, have your, like, forever story thing. But for the love of God, have storylines finish. Like, don't feel like, oh, will they, won't they? Oh, they were just about to get married, but it was revealed that actually she's the main character's evil twin, and this is not her at all, and she's trying to take her life, and whatnot.
Uh-oh.
And, like, just, like, keep cock-teasing things. Like, it's literally why I fucking dropped Detective Conan's manga. Because I got to a point where, like, no. Fuck! My suspensor belt broke while I was in flight.
Ooh, damn. Well, I got a storm coming. I gotta get the fuck out. Which way? From that way. Okay, I need to find a place to hide.
But yeah, like, anyways. Fucking, like, I dropped Detective Conan. Because quite literally, it got to, like, a point where the story was gonna have to nut up, and, like, the main character was gonna have to reveal to, his girlfriend, oh shit, actually, yeah, I'm your boyfriend, but turned into a child, and I'm not actually my cousin. But his fucking mother shows up out of nowhere with no context of this and just validates his thing. He's just like, that's the shit that my son would be up to, yep. And like, cock-blocked the storyline. And it went back to like, you know, the status quo of him solving, mysteries while people were like, whose sassy lost child is this?
Man, I will say, though, at the very least, manga is less egregious about that shit than Western cartoons.
Yeah. But, like, sincerely, I'm okay with, like, a forever story. Like, I'm okay with the continuing adventures of the Warrior of Light. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is being cock-teased.
Okay.
Sector weather alert.
We
A
are...
large sandstorm is approaching.
We are safe from the sandstorm in here. This is a nice little hiding spot, actually.
What would it take to make a new full suspense?
I tried to play F14 in the past and got shat on by higher LVL players for not playing to their LVL, despite saying
it's aluminum grade, so
I'll try my
that,
best,
some
but
Holtzman
please
actuators
focus my
and
target, and if you draw aggro,
some
I'll try
Servox,
to
I
get
think
it
we
off
could probably
you.
make hundreds of them.
And they proceeded to constantly take aggro from me and blame me for their BS when I did try to help them.
Yeah, Kashua.
Luckily,
that
the
is...
healer stood up for me
I
and
enjoy
we
Final
managed to
Fantasy
clear half
XIV,
the dungeon
and the
before
community
giving up.
can be
Then
inviting
I
in its own
uninstalled
ways,
and
but when it
unsubbed
comes
from
to
the game
like
forever.
dungeons, I've had some bad experiences with shitty people. One of my worst experiences early on was like somebody who I was like, I've never done this dungeon before. Could you please explain the things? And their explanations were, you've seen these mechanics already, so you should know them.
When it was literally your first time.
Yeah. And then they proceeded to be like, oh, well, we didn't get, like, the thing saying it's a first-timer bonus, so it's like, shut the fuck up. This person harassed me through the entire fucking dungeon. I stuck through it, and at the end of it, I got 2 commendations. The literal 2 other players were fucking like, yeah, I appreciate that you stuck through it, and this person was being a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget, and we always bring up that one dungeon in World of Warcraft where the tank kept literally pulling out of line of sight of you when you had no mana and then blamed you for not healing him.
It only happened technically the one time, but that's because the group fell apart because, like, immediately afterwards, because of that, like, okay, I remember the situation distinctly. You know, you were trying to get me into raiding, I was new to healing, and we were doing, like, Oculus. And Oculus has this, like, open run before, like, a portal that's just, like, trash. Just, like, lots of trash.
Yeah, just a line of trash with nothing. That's all it is.
And we preface this all with fucking, like, I am new to healing. Please be kind to me. And they're like, why don't you learn to heal in normals? And
No. He yelled that after the wipe.
No. He yelled that before and after. I think he did, like, I swear to this day that he did that deliberately as a sort of, you know, clearly you can't keep up sort of thing. It's like, well, of course I can't. I had just buffed all your asses with my paladin buffs, which back then, in Wrath of the Lich King, cost quite a bit of mana, and everybody wanted their own personal chocolatey fudge-coated super buff. Like, everybody is not grateful enough with just kings. No, they gotta have might, they gotta have wisdom, they gotta have this or that. I don't fucking care. You know, they had to have their one thing, so I can't put just brute bless. I had to use individually each of these, and they cost significantly. So I'm sitting down getting mana. This dude mounts up and charges ahead of me before I can even do anything, and then blames me for his death. It's like, if you're gonna do that, at least bring them the fuck back.
Bo, do you need help out with resource gathering?
Not direct help, but if you want to come out here and gather resources, so I don't know if I told you this yet, Krypton. They in the north part of the deep desert, like past the safety zone line. Why do I keep falling through my damn Thopter? My Thopter is no collision anymore. What the fuck? Basically, they increase the spawns of the incidental spawns of titanium around the map, titanium and stravidium. So you don't need to find a hotspot anymore to really start finding it. Just go to any rock island north of the PvE zone, and you should be able to find it.
All right.
Like I'm at the Rock Island neighboring the hotspot right now, but you don't need to be at one of the hotspots. It's just kind of scattered everywhere. You know, just fly near the Rock Islands. Keep an eye out. You will find Stravidium. You will find Titanium.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Kashawa. A lot of like MMOs can be genuinely fun. It's just that like you can easily run into somebody who forgets that it's a collaborative experience.
What is happening right now? Oh my god, what is happening in my game? What? I was almost free. I was almost free.
What happened?
Am I alive? I'm alive. Okay, you know what? I was like having some. I've got some kind of weird bug with my Thopter. I think the position of its skeleton is off. Because I'm falling through the roof and I got stuck in like the Matrix or some shit for a couple of seconds.
Reminds me of earlier. I was gliding through Aga, and as I'm gliding, I kind of like alt-tab for a moment. My game wigs out. I disappear off the screen. Like, me and my entire fucking ornithopter. I don't fucking, like, see any movement. I can't control any movement. And I thought the game was, like, locked, but, like, it wasn't. I could still hear sound. And I was about to kick myself from the game and just eat the fact that my ornithopter, my assault ornithopter, was probably going to wind up on the sand and get eaten by Shai-Hulud. When the game proceeds to be all like, hey, you just hit the boundary of the zone. Do you want to go, like, flying elsewhere? And I'm just like, yes, I fucking do.
So literally saved by the server boundary.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this much. If you just log out, like right there, your Thopter will just drop. Like
I mean, yeah, but if it just drops onto the sand, Shai-Hulud's going to eat it.
Well, true. But I mean, like, if it happens again and you're overrun, you know?
Yeah.
You'll be able to save your Thopter that way. As for me, I'm probably actually gonna log in and out again when I get back to base with all this titanium. Because, I want to fix this bug. Because I won't be able to harvest any more spice if I can't fucking, like, stand on my thought. You know, if I can't risk my Thopter freaking out on me like that when I'm in the spice field. I will just die. And lose the Thopter and lose all my stuff. To the Arakeen bullworm.
Yeah, Kashawa, like, as somebody who has basically been healing since Bo got me into it, it's been like my main bag for like the longest time. I've had some bad experiences. Some people who like dropped the the act of being polite, and some people who were just not polite to begin with. Final Fantasy XIV, for instance, I remember I was leveling Astrologian back in like towards the end of Heavensward. And somebody basically got pissy at me because I wasn't, like, even dotting up. But they were, like, pulling wall to wall. And I was having difficulty keeping them, like, afloat. They ended up, like, both kicking me from the group. I was less than pleased.
One sec, Matthew. I'll read that in a sec. I just want to get this titanium because I'm right next to a Harkonnen base. And if the neighbors are home, they're going to be mad at me. My storage is now full. I'm going to fill my inventory, and then I'm going to fuck off back to base. Did you hear Catalyst Game Labs announced a new minis game that's My Hero Academia, and the game looks like it's a Marvel Crisis Protocol clone? This is going to be funny to watch. Listen. They can barely make BattleTech. They can't afford to be releasing a new game right now. They need to worry about the one they're trying to run already. But yeah, no, cloning the Marvel Crisis Protocol, you know, they're not going to be able to pull Not at all. It's going to be a hilarious train wreck, and I'm here for it. And really, it's sad because I think My Hero Academia needs better than Catalyst Game Labs making a tabletop game for it. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. I have 172 in my inventory fill and a cargo hold full of titanium. I'm heading back to base.
I mean, personally, like, you can not really go wrong with having just like a decent like single player fucking like linear story or open world experience in My Hero Academia. Yo, fucking. Other than that, what is there really to do? A fucking City of Heroes clone?
Oh no, we're talking about a tabletop game, like tabletop minis game. Yeah, because I know you don't stay abreast of tabletop stuff as much as I do. Catalyst Game Labs are the people that fucked up Battle. That currently make content for and subsequently ruined BattleTech.
Oh.
Yep. Like they're the ones that fired the one longtime author who was like BattleTech's equivalent of Dan Abnett, you know, that company.
Oh joy.
Yeah, because he has completely milquetoast conservative values. Blaine Pardo, yeah, thank you, Adam Fire. His name slipped my mind, but yeah, they fired Blaine Pardo, literally their best author. Fired him, hired the dude who was stalking him.
Oh my god. Type in. I find the UI for this game's fucking auction house more than a little annoying.
Yeah, they have another public test center patch going up. They're going to be adding a bunch of good little quality of life things. Like one of them, they're adding deposit all for blood and water, extract all and deposit all.
Ah, sweet.
You like his Land and Sea books? Land and Sea is really taken off. I'm really happy for him. Like, bro got fired by the woke morons running BattleTech. He's like, fine, I'll make my own. Makes his own mecha novel series called Land and Sea, and it's really popular. It's going to be getting its own tabletop game too.
And without really much effort, I'm sure it's going to be better than the fucking one that better than BattleTech.
I like
Look, Battle.
Oh, go ahead.
Look, BattleTech's got its lovers, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be true to myself. It's been run into the ground, so like the only people who are into it, like actually into it these days, are the worst kind of people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's honestly two BattleTech fandoms that are kind of distinct from each other. There's the vastly smaller Catalyst Game Labs BattleTech fandom, and then there's the BattleTech Classic fandom. That's the one you want to meet. They're the cool ones. They're the ones that play with the old FASA material, you know, back before it was sold to Tops. Yeah, that BattleTech fandom is cool, and they're the ones I respect. I do not respect the Catalyst Game Labs BattleTech fans. They have proven to be, to a man, incredibly toxic and combative people. They also think they managed to kick me out of BattleTech, which is fucking hilarious.
Honestly, it weirds me out how fucking brain rotted a lot of these people are, and thinking that that they can like kick a person out of a fandom. A person only, like a tabletop game, a person only is out of it if they stop being into it.
Basically.
Like, people actively think that it's like, oh well, they're no longer accept. It's like, what is the fucking developer gonna do?
On what Twitter? Yeah, is it what you don't what you all block me on Twitter? Who gives a flying fuck? You think I'm ever gonna meet a single one of you people?
Is this like the fucking dude who tried to like copyright and prevent people from getting Vanta Black or what have you?
Actually, very apt comparison right there. Like, Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna? It's like I've said this before, by the way. It's like, well, okay, oh, you kicked me out of BattleTech. Okay, what are you gonna do? Send Spec Ops guys to the nearest fucking like game store or something? Like what are you gonna do? How are you gonna stop me from enjoying BattleTech? I could fire up like the BattleTech PC game or fucking MechWarrior 5 right now if I wanted to. I'm just not because I'm playing Dune.
What is Wizards of the Coast going to do? Hire the Pinkertons to come after me for playing D&D?
Yeah, fucking exactly. It's like, you see, and this is the thing, and this is the reason why the left can't gatekeep hobbies, because the left never participates in hobbies. They never participate in like the game store focused part of the hobby. They just conspicuously consume and then form their own little like cliques on Discords and stuff, but they never really take part in the hobby. So when they say, "Oh, we'll kick you chuds out of Warhammer," it's like, how? You don't go to game stores. You don't go to the brick and mortar places where this shit goes down, where people enjoy the hobby. You can't do that because you'll never go to where the game is actually played. So it doesn't matter if you block me on Twitter and then like make a fucking argument of, "Oh, we kicked Bowman out of Warhammer and BattleTech," so fucking what? I'm never gonna meet a single one of you people. You don't matter. You're nothing. I'm sorry, I went on a bit of a track there.
It's okay. You're a cutie.
They don't participate. They police, exactly, and it's it's one of the reasons why, like, say, take Star Wars for example. They're all big on like, yeah, okay, I need to relog to fix this bug. It's like, yeah, it's like with Star Wars, they're like, oh, we quit. They're like, we own Star Wars now. Star Wars is woke now, and it's like, and then every Star Wars project fucking fails, and it's like. And the reason is because nobody on their side actually watches it. Nobody who wanted the Acolyte Season 2 watched the Acolyte. They supported the Acolyte tangentially on social media, but they never watched the Acolyte. That's why it failed. They never watched Kenobi. They never watched Andor. Funnily enough, more people who like classic Star Wars watched Andor than any of those people. And this is why Disney Star Wars has failed. None of the people who are supposed to be the new audience actually liked it. Nobody actually participated. All the people who actually liked Star Wars stuck to the Star Wars they actually enjoy. And ultimately, that's why Disney doesn't know what to do with Star Wars anymore, because nothing they make is, successful. And that's really the key of it. And that has always been the key of it. The people who enjoy the thing, truly enjoy it, truly support it, and made it popular, they're the ones in the game stores. They're the ones watching the movies in the theater, the good movies in the theaters. They're the ones that were buying the comic books. And you can't control what they do. Short of like kicking their door in and putting a gun to their face and saying, "Hey, don't buy Star Wars, don't buy 40K anymore, blah, 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 blah," that stuff. Okay, the bug is fixed now.
Yay.
Such as me keeping to the old EU. Yes, exactly, Adam Fire. Alright, okay, my ship inventory is good. I'm gonna go check out the, I'm gonna equip the Lightthopter. I'm gonna go check out the PvE base, see if there's anyone there. If there is, I'll probably dive in and clear that real quick, see if I can get a pattern. Evil cannot create new things. That is such an apt and true quote from Tolkien. I don't think he ever intended it to, matter with these things. Or intended to matter on this sense. Like, he didn't mean, like, in the sense of, like, hobbies. But, yeah. It's very apt. Okay, there's nobody there right now. I'm not going to risk running that solo. Though I am not that good at this game to solo that thing. Hey, Godzilla, how you doing? Adeptus Ridiculous made a Helldivers episode. It's bad. Well, I mean, it's Adeptus Ridiculous. That's how I know it's bad. But yeah, I can only imagine it's pretty awful. I might have to do a you know, a reaction to it at some point. That's assuming I can stomach watching an Adeptus Ridiculous video. They genuinely make bad content. Like, I knew they were losing the plot when they started doing true crime. Like, you're a Warhammer channel. Why are you doing true crime?
Oh my god. No, no, no. Oh my god, no. I don't need this. Fuck you, game.
What happened?
I think I just lost my ornithopter. My small one. Did I? No. I didn't.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, I haven't yet. But, like, okay, so there was a spice blow on, like, literally an area where, like, the grade of the ground is, like, fucking 45, 50 degree angle thereabouts. And I landed on it roughly and was, like, harvesting spice. Mm-hmm. And then fucking... when I fucking, you know, went to get into my ornithopter, it wouldn't let me get up to it to fucking, like, get into it.
Oh.
And so, yeah.
Okay, yeah. They're doing true crime now. Hello, Quinn, and to answer your question, now they started doing true crime a while ago, but it made it very obvious to me they couldn't keep up the, you know, guy who knows Warhammer, guy who knows nothing about Warhammer shtick anymore, so, yeah. Because their whole channel branding was built on that. Wait a minute. I forgot something. I'm stupid. Gotta go back to my base real quick. They did a true crime as April Fools and they stopped. I distinctly remember them doing more than one. Did you see the Heavy Gear 3 video announcement? Wait, hello, Demic88, how you doing? Oh, wait, a Heavy Gear 3 video game announcement. They're doing another Heavy Gear game? Seriously? In the year of our Lord, 2019 plus 6? They're doing another Heavy Gear game? I didn't know I didn't know Heavy Gear they were ever gonna make more Heavy Gear games. I thought it was honestly, I thought it was a dead franchise. All right, you know what? Use one of these. Okay. Chonka, Heavy Gear is it's an older mecha franchise. I want to say it was a tabletop game, I think, but it was also a video game series, and it was like coming out around the same time as the Mech Warrior games. It's more anime style mecha than Japanese mecha. Or, I mean more anime style mecha than Western style. Hey Gorb. Hey, gonna lurk and paint some orcs? Have fun? Yeah, sure. Alright, okay. I had promised to do a thing a little while back. Hold up. Let me get myself floating.
Dick?
No, I was gonna shout somebody out. I will do that now. Hold on. I'll get in there. Okay. Refuel the Thopter.
Right. That's why I was here. To replace my suspensor belt.
It was more arcadey mech game, almost like a shooter. Yeah, kinda. All right, hold up. Shout out, Devilish 030. Still don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. They rated me earlier. Go give them a follow too. Yeah, no, Heavy Gear's some good shit. If it's getting another game, that's fucking stellar, as far as I'm concerned. We need more mech games. We need more AC6s and Mecha Breaks and Heavy Gears and Mech Warrior games. I fucking love the mecha genre.
Assassin's Creed 6?
No. Armored Core 6. Yeah, started as a tabletop. Was originally going to be a Votum's war game, but they couldn't get the rights. Honestly, a lot of that going around in mecha tabletop, it seems. Except, in the case of BattleTech, it was more we thought we got the rights, but we didn't do it through the right channels, never double checked, and got shellacked for it. Listen, don't get me wrong. Fuck Harmony Gold. Fuck Harmony Gold and their copyright trolling. The initial lawsuit against Fawcett was justified because they never double-checked to make sure they got the rights to those designs through the proper channels, and it came back and bit them in the ass. That initial lawsuit was justified, even if it sucks to say. Like, if you're trying to be a professional company, you gotta cover your ass like that,
I mean, it worked for Blizzard.
Well, okay, here's the deal with Blizzard. Blizzard assumed they would get the rights to Warhammer to make a Warhammer RTS. Didn't, and then they did the smart thing. They filed off the serial numbers and made their own setting.
Yeah.
The Votum's bit is why most gears can skate around. Yeah, that makes sense. Votum's is one of those classic mecha animes I really need to watch that I've never seen. That one and Patlabur were on the to-do list. I've knocked Patlabur off now. Now I need to watch Votum's.
I wonder if Votum's was an inspiration for Xenogears.
No. Votum's is real mecha.
Okay.
What do you call it?
Mech Warrior style.
Yeah, Xenogears is more, more Gundam. More Gundam, little less. More Gundam, less, less Mech Warrior, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Xenogears is in kind of that same space that Evangelion is, where it is super robot with the superficial trappings of real robot.
Yeah. It kind of fools you into thinking it's real robot, and then it's okay, so there's the Zohar and the Demiurge, and these gears were influenced by the energy of the and so on and so forth. Your end of game gear, or is literally called Xenogears, is comes from the true god known as the Zohar, and is given to you so that you can fight the false god, the Demiurge. There's a lot of Gnosticism.
Yeah, it is just Gnosticism with mechs, which is cool, by the way.
Xenogears is the most cracked out plot because it is a multi-thousand year, multiple lifetimes storyline where the main character is a reincarnation several times over of the first human on this planet, Abel, who was killed by his brother, Cain, who is one of the chief antagonists of the game. Oh, and one of the other chief antagonists, borderline, is the mental construct of Myung, who is the first woman, and kind of just body hops around. The main character has dissociative identity disorder, which is to say he has multiple personalities caused by childhood trauma, and he's amnesiac at the start. Also, martial arts is involved, and a lot of the fight, like both like in gears and on ground as like a infantry. You fight kind of like fighting game style, where like the moves are a combination of certain abilities that you engage in before hitting.
Yeah, so it's got some of that Mobile Fighter G Gundam DNA in there too, which is furthering the super robot allegations.
Yeah, and just like Evangelion, the original, like the release of Xenogears eventually gets to like disc 2 or whatever, and everything's like somebody telling a story about how shit happened on a world map.
Because they ran out of money.
Yeah, allegedly because Squaresoft stole from Paul to pay Peter, or whatever.
They took the Xenogears budget to work on Final Fantasy VIII, so it got a big chunk of its budget stolen from it.
Its budget and its developers.
Yep.
And it's like, I love Final Fantasy VIII, but does that ever fucking sting still? Because Xenogears was genuinely... That was from Squaresoft's kind of like experimental phase, where like they put out a bunch of like different non-Final Fantasy games, like fucking Vagrant Story, Xenogears, and I think other things like The Bouncer. The Bouncer came a bit later though, because that was more towards the PS2 era. Okay, if it's not a sin against the group, may I use some of our aluminum to actually wait? No, I cannot. That would use some of our spice melange. I will not. I was going to like refresh my my scout ornithopter with a Mark V one, but I guess I won't.
I mean, do we have the wait? Okay, so
how would they use spice to make a Mark V?
What?
How would they use spice to make Mark V stuff?
I don't fucking know. Wait,
it is literally.
Wait, never mind. Never mind.
Nope. It's one of the crafting components for a lot of shit.
It's okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the Scout Ornithopter rocket launcher, which uses spice. Everything else does not seem to use spice. It does use diamondine dust, though.
I mean, hey,
if you do a run around Mesa Toril, you could probably just refresh that.
Yeah. I need to head back to Haga Rift real quick. I gotta repair my spice-o-matic that I used to, pull the spice off the sand. It's a little It's a little banged up, and I don't have the materials to repair it back at the Deep Desert Base.
But am I okay to make a new ornithopter?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. You've been bringing in so much fucking aluminum from that base of yours. Like, we're rapidly approaching the point where aluminum and duraluminum are no longer a problem for us.
Yeah.
Well, where are you?
I'm heading back to Haga. I'm on the world map right now.
All right.
Yeah, I dropped off a bunch of titanium at the Deep Desert Base.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, sorry. I meant to mute my mic.
That's okay. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
I could have brought some of that titanium back with me because I brought the assault doctor. But I didn't because I'm dumb.
Don't worry, I brought out my assault thopter. I'm bringing it back.
Okay, thank you, Krypton. You're smarter than me. Unironically.
Oh no, I'm just doing mule runs to get all the resources back.
Okay. Man, Krypton saying mules now reminding me of season 3 of Foundation is out.
Yep.
With because for those who don't know, there's an antagonist in the books called the Mule.
Yeah. And the reveal of it is kind of like a big deal in season 2.
Yep. That when we're done with The Expanse, because we got 2 seasons left of that, we're gonna be watching that on our Discord server.
What's Foundation?
Foundation is based off of the novel series by fucking Isaac Asimov, and it's one of the very, very like foundational works, ironically enough, of like a lot of Western sci-fi about essentially a dude who predicts that the Empire, like a really massive, like highly advanced, like human empire that has existed for 10,000 years, is going to collapse. It is inevitable that it will collapse, that there is nothing that can be done to stop its collapse. So he's trying to create something that will allow humanity to rebound from what will essentially follow a dark age. A foundation, as you will, for humanity to recover.
Yeah, the books are absolute classics. From what I understand, the show has been contentious with some fans because it is very much a actionized. It is an actionized adaptation, but it's a fair example of doing one because the books are they're excellent books. They're kind of boring. There's a lot of talking. In fact, it's mostly talking. It is mostly talking. Even Isaac Asimov himself was like, I don't know what people like about these books. It's just talking.
Yeah. Plus the series takes some liberties, but not like, like completely erases like things, but more like introduces things that weren't quite there, compact certain characters together, makes certain characters more relevant than they were. Like there's like a whole thing about the Empire side that I won't really get into because it's really interesting and I'd like people to experience it fresh in our stuff. But like it's way different from the novels, which like are much more simplified on the whole thing.
Yeah, there is stuff like, there are differences between the two. I don't think they're bad differences. I think the show was genuinely a good show.
It's sort of like with The Expanse, where like there are like certain things, certain characters who were composited into other characters. Like, okay, if you watched The Expanse, the character Kamina Drummer, I want to say she does exist, per se. She does exist. However, she's kind of like a much less relevant character, whereas say like fucking in The Expanse, she's like 2 characters jammed into one. And fucking like it's better for it because Kamina Drummer is one of the best characters in that fucking series.
Oh yeah.
So good that like Telltale made a game out of her.
Yep. As an aside, legitimately can't wait for that Expanse game by Alcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look interesting. I think it's like, to what I remember of the trailer, it looks like they're trying to make a sort of Mass Effect game out of The Expanse, which
that's just a money printer idea right there.
Yeah.
The only issue is obviously that Alcat hasn't made a game like that, so it's just like I hope they can actually pull it off.
I think they can.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm
Look,
is approaching.
it doesn't have to be amazing. Mass Effect 1 is a fairly rugged game, but it got a trilogy. It got like a spin-off game that admittedly sucked. And there are still people who are like, okay, fucking they're borderline unmet potential, man, about it, where they're like, if they make this, if when they do this, but fucking like may not ever be is for Mass Effect 4.
I'm sorry, I just have to point this out. I love the potential man meme.
Always if and when, but never is. Fucking somebody I follow, I forget their name. They stream as like a lighthouse keeper. They did one for, I think they did one for fucking Jean Grey from fucking Marvel Comics. It's like, it's a resurrection woman, about how like she's always being resurrected. And she never develops through it. She always kind of just like, is like, as she was the first time she died.
Okay,
and again, we're not missing out much. Sorry.
I'm gonna make 2 stacks of heal kit Mark IIs.
Okay. What do those take?
Just plant fiber and micro sandwich fabric.
Okay.
I'm gonna let those cook in the meantime. Somebody is landing in our base. I'm assuming that's you, Krypton.
No, it isn't.
Oh, they're upstairs. Is that you, honey?
That is not me.
Oh, I know what it is. Somebody's parking under our base to avoid the storm. Hey, buddy, you good?
Alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Alright, just checking if you're alright. Don't worry. We got a problem with you parking down here while the storm's coming. Just checking in on you.
I think we were only... I don't have voice chat on, but like we were really only checking because the dude seemed like he was in a bit of struggle.
Yeah, he was fighting to fit his thopter under there, the poor guy. But I mean, hey, listen, he's safe under there.
Black Lights in Isolation. I am the proclaimer of my name.
That's another thopter. Somebody's trying to fly through the storm, man. Okay. Was that you, Krypton?
Yes.
Okay. Because I heard that second thopter land. I was like, is your thopter okay? Didn't take any damage?
Oh no, I got hurt a little bit. I saw little red flashes on the corners of the screen.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
I wonder if that aluminum's ready to come out. Where's my ornithopter?
Oh no, Lighthouse Keeper, that's reminding me of the death of my wallet that's approaching in Genshin. I wouldn't know. I don't follow Genshin. There's only one part of Genshin I follow, and it's not related to, like, releases or nothing.
Yeah, I don't follow Genshin. I like men with testosterone in their blood.
Yeah, the only part of Genshin I follow is the Venti tag on Rule 34.
You would.
Of course I would, you know me.
Slut.
Listen, I'm not a slut, I'm a man whore. There's a difference.
You're a cutie patootie is what you are.
No, I contest that. I heavily contest that. I am not cute. Whatsoever.
Too bad. You don't get a say. You are the voteless, as they say in Helldivers.
Listen, I am not a techno zombie that's basically ripped off a Mass Effect, okay? We should really break down these thopter parts we're not using in the chests here.
Oh yeah, fucking those chests up and down below are way neglected because we found out that we could just transit shit direct from our ornithopters and forgot they existed.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't know we just direct transfer loot back then. So it's like boxes in every hangar, and I was like, yeah, no, we don't need to do that. I'm keeping that one box up in the big lower hangar because that's where I put the materials for the base every week. But other than that, yeah. Oh, that's Venti. Yes, Chaka, that's Venti. Oh, I see we're making a plastinanium. Okay, I will move that to my thopter and then get that into the storage.
That reminds me of the times that I've seen people do fucking like Rule 63. For those who don't know their internet lingo, that's gender bending art of Venti. Why? Because apparently Genshin Impact, with all of its boobalicious women and its lollies, didn't have enough appeal to them. No, the one femboy, like, the gayest femboy in the game, had to be made into a chick.
Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there, huh? There's more than one femboy character in that game. There's like 5, 6, 7? I don't know.
Are they not all vicariously femboys, considering, like, the most masculine of them is an Oni dude who's at best a twunk?
With spray on abs.
Yeah.
Not really. No, not really. But that said, I find it funny that there are so many femboy characters in Genshin, considering it's a Chinese game, and, China banned femboys.
They banned femboys?
Yeah. Apparently it's some kind of like, it's some kind of like bad influence on young men, so you can't have femboys in Chinese media anymore, but that hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
How do you even enforce that? How do you check like a boy's testosterone level to check if they're a femme?
It was fucking like,
I don't know, I'm not the Chinese government.
That's probably the reason why it hasn't been enforced, is because, like, consider all the men in Genshin Impact and then realize that if you were to say no femboys, that would basically be the entire male cast of Genshin Impact.
Yeah, up to and including the main character. Like, fucking, I don't even know what the fuck his name is, because I think it's like Aether or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, Aether.
I played Genshin Impact for like 5 minutes and quit because, like, this is just it's even if the gameplay is okay, at the end of the day, it's a gacha game, and I don't play gacha games for a very specific reason. That being, I am a massive completionist when it comes to having character unlocks.
What are you talking about, Adam Fire? Mihoyo wasn't in Taiwan, so they couldn't have left China.
Well, I mean, China is just West Taiwan at the end of the day. Like, motherfuckers legit keep their nukes and their nuclear missiles separate. The civilian council or something has to approve putting the nukes in the missiles before you launch them. By the time they approve that, China won't be there anymore. You got 22 minutes. You got 20 minutes or less from the turnkey to the flash. So yeah, you can just grind for that shit. What, in Genshin? I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't know. I didn't play it. It's also why, sadly, I haven't played Uma Musume, despite all the hype around it. Believe me, I would like to play Uma Musume, but gacha game. So, yeah. Yes, okay. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it's a secret gacha game slut just waiting to happen.
I don't have a single gacha game on my PC or my phone.
And yet, you play, Warhammer, fool that you are. Is that not in its own way a gacha game?
No, because, okay, the gacha game implies the whole fucking, like, random element, That's what gacha is, G-A-C-H-A, is it spelled?
Oops, all Zangors.
That's not gacha. That's just fucking GW shoving Zangors in every fucking Thousand Suns box so they can't sell the fucking things because no one uses them. That's not fucking gacha.
I mean, that's kind of like getting the 1 stars out of the gacha.
No, getting the 1 stars is playing Imperial Agents. Seriously, nobody plays Imperial Agents. It's so fucking bad.
Love you.
I love you too. Also, Uma Musume gives out so much free shit. I've heard that, honestly, and I like that. I like it when they do that. I remember for a while back, Boobs got me to try Goddess of Victory Nike, and I was just like, this is too straight for my blood.
The jiggly asses. That's literally all there is to it.
Well, okay, no. That's mean. The story is actually really good. It's just like, again, collecting every character and like that, and again collecting every character. I can't abide by that in a gacha game because I don't want to spend fucking money on them. And yeah, because you don't expect fucking the jiggly ass shooter game to hit you in the feels the way that tutorial mission does. But here we are. The sub and dub are both good. Oh, you mean about the sub and dub of Zenless Zone Zero? Listen. I've learned this much about fucking Hoyoverse fans, is that they hate Hoyoverse games, but they still play them. Nobody shits on Genshin Impact as being like a threat to human civilization more than Genshin Impact fans, and also Zenless Zone Zero fans. Like, I remember when it's the one character came out. Hey, honey.
Hey.
Remember when the one character came out who was like, she's like the bar lady who likes flamethrowers. Like when she became available and she had like a cinematic drop related to her character, and it was just her dancing like a goofball in like the whitest way possible. Bernice. Yeah, that's her. She's like dancing like the whitest white girl you could ever imagine. Like her goofy ass theme. It's like, and I remember the fucking Zenless Zone Zero fans started shitting on it. Like, this is such gooner bait. It's like, it really is that meme of like just it's like imagine like a female character, just the most normal looking female character imaginable, and then you've got the fucking zooms. Like, this is such gooner slop. Am I right?
The hilarity of that is like, okay, but like you're playing the Gooner game for like fucking people into lollies, people into anime girls, and women into fucking like femi men, and you're being upset about like Gooner characters.
Well, remember the whole ethical gooning debate. Remember that?
Lost in Deep Space or whatever had like the dude whose like whole thing is that you abuse him.
Oh no. You just straight up do non-consensual things to the guys in that game. Like, not just the one, but a lot of them. It's just that character caught all the attention because he dropped into the gacha right as the ethical gooning debate was going on, which is like. But listen, shit like that is why I believe in God, okay? Because like you had these women being all like, we goon ethically, using Lost in Deep Space as an example, and then they release a character into the gacha whose whole thing is that he's an unwilling bondage bunny who you're basically chaining up and forcing yourself on.
That reminds me of fucking back in my Tumblr days. There was this post that popped up onto the internet. You can probably still find it if you look hard enough. It was a dude who was like gay, who was like, showing off pictures about like a time where he went down on a dude with a giant fucking dick, and it ruptured its throat and put him into the hospital.
Oh, Jesus.
And fucking the radfems on Tumblr began just going off about this, about how like sex with men is a violent thing, that they're always about pounding and whatnot. Like, they were literally just taking this chance to take pot shots at the gay community. Not even a week later, while this thread was still fucking like going around, an image of a woman shows up with like a neck brace on, and she's like, she was a lesbian who broke her neck from having her girlfriend face sit on her.
I remember that. I remember that. That was the funniest fucking shit.
Yeah, that thread, I've never, like, in the time that I remained on Tumblr, I never saw that thread again after that time. Because clearly the people who agreed with the Radfems evaporated out of fucking embarrassment.
It's like you gotta find one of those old 4chan abandoned thread images for that one. Listen, they were gonna go down with the thread, man. That's like, you know what that reminds me of with the whole. Okay. We're gonna get political here, so just a heads up. Anita Sarkeesian trying to jump on the anti-censorship bandwagon with the whole thing going on in the UK. Anita Sarkeesian, like
Hard.
Like,
yeah.
And now her dick riders are back trying to say, oh, she never wanted censorship. It's like, my brother in Christ, she was paid to run a protection racket to literally go through the fucking Western video game industry and tell people what they are and are not allowed to depict in their games. Destiny 2 had no gender-based sitting animations because she bitched about it.
Let's not forget that Mirror's Edge 2 fucking suffered in development and flopped, probably largely because of her inclusion.
Yep.
Like, okay, a lot of you have probably never heard of Mirror's Edge because it fell into niche, but like Mirror's Edge was one of those first games that introduced the idea of parkour mechanics into games other than like Assassin's Creed. It was a game entirely about parkouring, and, you know, if anything, its story was basically, like, the kind of things lefties like, because it's all about, like, being, like, a parkour, like, transporting stuff against, like, the fascist government and stuff like that. Fucking, it flopped hard after, like, you know, the sequel to it did. After, like, she, like, made a whole point about, oh, I went to the developers' studios for Mirror's Edge 2, and I want to say they even resculpted her face to be more like Anita's. Allegedly, I've heard. Allegedly. I will say grain of salt there.
Yeah, I remember that. That was at the height of the the height of Gamergate. You know, where you could have like Zoe Quinn being all like, no one listens to us, you know, while, you know, booked to talk to the United fucking Nations.
Yeah. Also, like, she's like, not Anita Sarkeesian, but Zoe Quinn was one of the worst fucking bad actors, because like, her whole addition to the gaming community is she made a fucking game called Depression Quest, and to drum up interest in it, she basically smeared a fucking image board called Wizard Chan and claimed that the people in Wizard Chan were out to get her. And, you know, people fucking, like, you know, gassed her up for that.
And don't forget Five Guys Burger and Fries.
Yeah.
She slept.
Paying.
She gave sexual favors to a bunch of you know, gaming journalists to get positive press for a game. To clarify, not reviews, because they didn't review Depression Quest, but they put out very favorable puff piece articles about it.
Yeah, she would regularly be like, this is an indie developer to look out for. They're really rising up. And it's like, wow, this person's really important. They're going to be one of the big ones.
Yeah, and
it's just like, wow.
And then the funny part is an actual clinical psychologist went over Depression Quest and said, yeah, no one with depression should play this. They'd probably unalive themselves. It's legitimately an awful game for, you know, it's legitimately an awful game with awful advice for anyone with depression or, you know, suicidal thoughts. Like,
Hey,
oh, go ahead.
Sorry. One of the funniest things is that Brianna Wu, years after the fact, there's been videos in that of everyone basically going, yeah, she lied about everything that she was saying about during the time. But then they also counter it with just like, well, at the time we couldn't support that evil hashtag. Even Zoe Quinn's come out and been like, yeah, Brianna Wu is like this horrific opportunist piece of shit, and I don't like them. But I couldn't say anything at the time, and it's just like, oh, well, that's nice.
Now you have more. Now you have a moral backbone. Okay, Zoe.
Yeah.
The one that the Brianna Wu was a funny one because, Brianna Wu hopped on the whole sexualization of women is bad thing, but then, but then everyone saw the game she was working on called Revolution 60. It is literally fucking. It is literally wall-to-wall Bratz doll looking bimbo character design.
Yeah.
It's also a really, really shitty game. If you want, you can look up the trailer on YouTube for Revolution 60. It is some of the funniest shit you could possibly imagine.
I'm broken.
Yeah. Top tier fucking voice acting. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. Oh, and in case you're wondering what kind of gameplay it is it's like cell phone puzzle game level bullshit. Oh hey, shit. I'm going down there.
The one out front of our base?
No.
Been there a bit.
No. In the deep desert. If no one's grabbed this one, I'm gonna grab it now. And which side has the panel with the fancy patterns? There we go.
It's always the tiny little hatch.
I'm on the wrong side. Shit. Okay. I do not want to incur the wrath of Shai Hulud before I grab whatever patterns are in there. Flash game quality? No.
It was an iPad game.
Yeah, actually, I was about to say, think Apple phone shovelware. It was an iPad game. Kind of makes me wish I could oh, what's this? Stormrider Boost Module Mark 6, another one, and some spice, and some pumps. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can maybe get some more industrial pumps before Shai Hulud gets pissed off. More spice. Doesn't look it. Okay, I'm gonna go back and grab whatever else out of here I can before he shows up. Which will be right now! Oh shit! Okay. Gotta fuck off. Hey Shai Hulud, how you doing?
Edible, sexual, and in a pinch. It's motor oil.
Ah yes, the Shai Hulud you keep shilling. Here, let's watch. Let's watch him eat the watch him eat the shit. There it goes, down the gullet.
Down the glossy.
I hope it was tasty, Shai Hulud.
I mean, the ship is just a cylinder, so it's basically a ship, Glizzy.
So what you're saying is Shai Hulud is a glizzy gobbler, a real throat goat.
Pretty much, yeah.
God, I hate Zoomer lingo so much. Okay, I think I've asked this before. I don't think I ever got a straight answer. Are glizzies even real? Are they real?
I thought they were just hot dogs.
Yeah, they're hot dogs.
Okay, so the glizzy is real.
Yeah.
Okay,
fucking...
I've seen advertisements for the glizzy, but it's such like a fucking Zoomer haha kind of meme that I don't even know if they're fucking real, and probably doesn't help that I haven't been to a 7-Eleven in ages.
So like, okay, I've seen other stuff where the word a glizzy came up. One of them was like a video where a dude like replaced all the mints in a tube of Mentos with a fucking hot dog and gave his wife the stick of the tube to like get a Mentos out of. She proceeds to like tip her head back and like open it up, and this fucking hot dog drops right into her throat.
Wow. Hey, honey, if you ever did that to me, I'd just kill you.
Worth it.
Yeah, those would be your dying words. I just hope you know that.
Hashtag worth.
All right. Did I have anything in my assault thopter container? No, I did not. Okay.
I'm gonna make a bunch of. Actually, I'm just gonna craft all of these and resupply our fuel cells when I come back.
Okay.
Because we were low on large batteries, and it was like, you know what? Fuck it. Large batteries it is.
Yeah, you'll have to go fuel cell mining. I think we're good for. Lube right now for the wind turbines.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, even if we aren't, fucking, they're not coming up needy for like 3 weeks. So.
Yeah, but you know, the more we keep it topped off, the more we can build up a supply, so we don't get like a critical situation, you know.
Yeah, but I keep saying this. Fuel cells are not in short supply in Shield Wall. Like, they're all over the place, and I can just go around in my buggy and laser them. And, like, because the area is scanned by my ornithopter in most cases, fucking, they are not hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah, like, that's kind of the benefit of Shield Wall, is that because it's all, like, open terrain that Shai-Hulud can't get you on, you know, there's, like, a high chance of fuel cells all over the place.
It's also one of the end game zones, so people don't really put down roots there. So, yeah.
Yeah. But because our water is at half capacity, I'm gonna turn back on our wind traps.
Okay. Yeah. I think it was Krypton put a bunch of plastanium on. That was you, Krypton, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I put all the plastanium in to clear out the space of the big storage thing.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean that's why it's there. That's why we mine it, so we get ourselves some plastanium. We also still had a bunch more spice processing, so that's good too.
I think it's only like the last 10.
Something like that, yeah. I brought back a lot as well. Oh, I mean, well, okay, Ash brought it back. I mined it, but all the same, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Those are working. Actually, I can't access the claim to check how long we're considered stable for, but I'm just gonna go around and.
It should be like 20 days or something. I mean, listen,
18
honey.
days.
Oh yeah, 18 days. Okay. You know what? Before I log off Dune today, I will pump some power into the base just to make sure we're capped off for a full 20. You know.
Okay.
We don't need to, but I want to. That's one of the potential large fields over there. I'm gonna, you know what? No, I'm gonna go deeper into the zone.
I'm gonna go lost
deeper. Oh.
We have to go deeper. Hans Zimmer begins leaning on a keyboard.
You know, on the subject of hot dogs, I fucking love hot dogs. Like, I don't have them very often, but they're so good.
I literally can't describe my favorite hot dog place because it is an incredibly local business. I would literally dox myself if I described it. Okay. But they make some fucking good hot dogs though. Holy shit.
Describe without naming your order.
They got okay. Well, it's just like kind of very basic toppings, like mustard, usually a bit of relish. That's spice blow over there. Mustard, bit of relish. But they got this like sauce they make. I don't know what the fuck kind of sauce it is. It's really fucking good though, and yeah, I love that shit on my hot dogs. And I'd love to say, hey, guess what? Go to this place. They make some good fucking hot dogs. But if I said, go to this place and make some good fucking hot dogs by name, you would literally be able to know where I live. So, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, really, really great hot dog place. I cannot put my life at risk for you. Just know you're awesome, and I am endorsing you live on stream, even if I can't say your place by name. I could definitely go for a good chili dog, even though you just ate. Yeah, I remember in the one of the old game stores I used to it was the original place I used to play Warhammer at. They had a place right across from there, and they had because they got a couple of locations in my area, but they're all in my area. You know, that's why I can't say the name. But they had a place right across from there, and that was where I would go to get like something to eat while playing Warhammer. That hot dog place kept me and my fellow Warhammer gamers alive during our big 13th Black Crusade battle, where my Emperor's champion was Sigismund before Sigismund was Sigismund. I've told you that story.
No.
Right? The one where the one where my Emperor's champion during the big 13th Black Crusade event in 3rd edition finished off a Greater Demon of Khorne, and then went and dueled Abaddon for like multiple consecutive rounds, not going down due to god tier dice rolls and faith in the Emperor. And Abaddon wasn't able to take the final objective because of it, and that's why the Imperium won at our game store. Yeah, no. I looked into some of the dates of the lore. That battle between Abaddon and an Emperor's champion, who was an absolute fucking baller who refused to die, actually predates the introduction of Sigismund to the lore. And that's very famously how Sigismund died, fighting Abaddon in a battle he couldn't win, but going anyway. He's not after me, is he?
I mean, let's be honest, you know, after the fact, you know, GW was so butthurt that Chaos didn't win that I could imagine they were like, fucking Abaddon lost to Sigismund? You know, that's some horse shit. You know what? Fine, Sigismund fucking dies. You know, how dare they not give us like, you know, the complete like wipe of the Imperium.
You're riffing on them for Storm of Chaos right now, ain't you?
Yeah, I will always like, you know, riff on them for that. Because like, look, do not pull your player base if you have like a favorite in mind. Do not go, oh, we're basically having an election, and then like print fucking magazines that are all like, you know, fucking Jimmy Carter or whatever won, or Hillary Clinton won, or whatever.
Dewey defeats Truman. That's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, don't fucking be like that. Literally do not be like that. You are setting yourself up for failure. You are setting yourself up for annoyance, too.
Yeah,
fucking...
Suffice to say, there's a reason Games Workshop doesn't do that anymore. It was...
And the fact that...
and the 13th Black Crusade is that reason.
The most annoying part about it is, like, how, like, you see it all over the place. Like, that time fucking, what was it, 7-Up or Mountain Dew fucking, like, pulled for a name of their new drink. Or that time, I think it was, like, H&K or whatever, was all, like, name our new gun.
Caltech.
Or that... Caltech.
The
or that
Yeet
time... The Yeet Cannon. Or the time fucking...
It was High Point.
Oh, it was High Point, my bad. Well, I get Caltech and High Point.
They did accept it, though, so there is a Yeet Cannon, sadly.
They accepted it because they were browbeaten into it by their own industry equals. Like one of their peers was like, "Don't be such a bitch about it. Just take the name." They're like, "Fine."
Oh, and to answer your question, Adam Fire, no, actually, Apocalypse as game rules didn't exist yet. We were just doing this off pure fuck it we ball energy and making it up as we go. We had like fucking 5 gigantic tables set up. Each one represented a different major objective, and I want to say it was like the way we were doing it at our store was that there were 5 tables. The person who won the majority of the faction that won the majority of the battles at each table was the winner, and it was like 5 to 6 guys. What the? Oh, that's close. But yeah, it was like 5-6 guys. It was like per table. Like some guys had bigger armies than others, and they balanced based around that. But yeah, it's like, and I was at the central Imperium table, fighting alongside at least it was me with Black Templars, a Guard player, and an Eldar player, because Craft World Eldar were considered on the Imperium side, and I was fighting 2 Chaos Space Marine players and an Orc player, and the Chaos Space Marine player at my table, the one with Abaddon, was chosen to, like, he was the guy who would get to bring Abaddon, you know? Like, his Abaddon, he was, because we could only have, like, we only wanted to have, like, one of each major character present. He got to have Abaddon. And so that was, it was, like, Chaos 1-2 tables, Imperium and Eldar. It was Eldar and Imperium versus Dark Eldar, Chaos, and Orcs. And their side 1-2 tables, Imperium 1-2 tables, I do not joke when I say it literally came down to our table, and my Emperor's Champion was an absolute fucking Giga Chad with fucking, like, it has to be this way from, Metal Gear Rising playing in my head, retroactively, because that song didn't exist yet. Fighting Abaddon the Despoiler for the final objective, and he held the line. It was legitimately one of the best tabletop gaming moments in my life. Nothing will ever match it. I will say the first ever Apocalypse game at my second... Shai Halud, I'm having a moment here. Fine, take it off. The Apocalypse game the first Apocalypse game we had at the second location I ever played at was probably a close second, though. That was like 30 dudes playing Warhammer together. That shit, we took up the whole fucking store. I would say we actually rented out the building next door in order to make the massive gaming space like the people who ran the store did. And that game took place across a couple days. I went in on a Friday. It ended on a Monday. That shit was insane, but also really, really fun.
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
I will check what you typed in a moment, Adam Fire. I'm kind of locked in with spice gathering right now. There are multiple small spice flows around here. I'm going to
I still remember Imperial Navy pulled all the stops for the Storm of Chaos games. Nova cannons and torps for days. Chaos may have won the ground in the Cadia system, but the stars were completely in Imperial control. That's what he said.
Oh, okay, thank you, Krypton. You're thinking of, in terms of the name of the game, Storm of Chaos was the big, 13th Black Crusade equivalent for Warhammer Fantasy. That's the one Chaos actually won, but that's the one, GW wanted Chaos to win, but the Empire and their allies won instead, so GW threw up their hands and, like, retconned it. So that not only did, they basically retconned the whole thing. Like, to the point it practically didn't happen. And then they did Age of Sigmar almost right after.
The funny part about Age of Sigmar is just how indignant they were about the fact that the Empire won, because, like, if memory serves, the lore ended up being quite literally that Archaon the Everchosen lost so fucking hard that, like, the orc war boss in the setting was like, you're fucking pathetic, and kicked him between the legs hard enough to kill him.
Yeah, no, that's how, that is literally, before GW went and retconned it, that is how Archaon the Everchosen fucking died. It was like, Ironhide, I think it was Grimgor Ironhide was the war boss. He was like the orc war boss, I think. Literally walks up to Abaddon and just kicks him in the fucking nads so hard it killed him.
Like, go ahead.
Like, actually some of the funniest shit Games Workshop ever wrote was the fate of Abaddon the Despoiler. Not Abaddon the Despoiler. Archaon the Everchosen dying to a boot to the groin from Grimgore Ironhide.
And like the fact that they retconned that in the way that they did, because like they retconned it and then had like the chosen one dude of the Empire side get fucking murdered off screen by a random Skaven.
Yeah, no, seriously. It was because... Oh, shit. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Like, they were fucking bitter.
Yeah, no, they were absolutely... They were absolutely... hella mad at not getting the ending they want. Like, because in the way they'd originally written the ending... So, you're thinking of Volten, by the way. Volten, the Chosen of Sigmar. He was the guy they gassed up for several editions to be Sigmar Reborn, right?
Yeah.
And... his big thing is that he is the big blowout 1v1. Everyone's gathered around them to watch him fight with Archaon during the final battle of the Storm of Chaos. And basically what happens is, what size spice blow is that out there? It's in that direction. That is the way I will head. So basically, they they're having this big blowout fight. Basically what happens is Volten just barely beats Archaon, but is grievously wounded, right? And so he's taken back to Altdorf to, that's the capital of the Empire, for those who don't know. Taken back to Altdorf to rest and recover from his wounds, right? But he lives, right? One of the first things that happens after they retcon Storm of Chaos is, while Volten is recovering, a random-ass Skaven assassin busts in and kills him. Even if, like, I don't quite remember if it was a named character, or just a random Skaven assassin, but either way, it's like, just, what the fuck, Games Workshop? Oh, and then they thrust the whole Chosen of Sigmar thing onto, Karl Franz for some fucking reason. Even though Karl Franz was not the Chosen of Sigmar, when the giant fucking Sigmarite meteor crashes in the middle of Altdorf during the Siege of Altdorf, like, fucking does some, like, give me your energy shit to, Karl Franz, and then Karl Franz transforms into Sigmar. That's how Sigmar comes back. So unbelievably lame. Like, fuck. Why can't I beam this? Oh, I'm using the wrong... Oh, no. Alright, that's all I got time for. Well, I got 2 more Mark 6 patterns. Mid, yes, chap. The retcon of Storm of Chaos was a little worse than mid, if I'm being honest. In fact, it was kind of cringe. Like, I get that Games Workshop may have wanted a specific outcome, but, all the same, when you leave it up to the players, you gotta respect the what they get. Like, the reason a lot of people thought that the 13th Black Crusade ended with the Imperium winning, and why they thought Abaddon, getting another shot was a retcon, was because the Imperium won the campaign. But what happened in that case was GW just never honored the outcome and never acknowledged it. Like, that's the big difference. So, Abaddon actually getting to win Cadia in fucking, in the end of 7th edition was not a retcon, because there was never an ending to begin with. I've described it like, imagine, the Avengers charging Thanos and his forces, and just as they're about to hit, the 2 armies, everything just pauses and doesn't unpause for like 13 years. That was Cadia. It's one of the thorns that made AOS so unpopular with fantasy players. Yeah, because, like, so people will point out, like, that, Age of Sigmar was outselling fantasy in the year it came out. It's like, yeah, because he stopped selling fantasy. You can't, a game that's not sold anymore, can't sell anything versus its, direct competitor. Where the fuck is that spice field? I saw it pop around. Oh well. I mean, all this talk about Warhammer Fantasy, because I haven't reinstalled Total War Warhammer 3 on my new PC yet. I really should. That and Vermintide. I haven't reinstalled that either. All right, I'm gonna keep flying and looking for spice. I think is that a spice blow there, or is that just a dark texture that's gonna disappear when I get close to it? Now it's looking kind of purple. That's looking kind of purple. Yep, that's a spice field. Okay, we're gonna grab this. I hope it's not bugged, because that'll be disappointing. All right, okay, I'm gonna give someone else the floor because I've been ranting about Warhammer shit for like an hour now. It feels like.
I ain't got shit to say. I'm boring as fuck. I ain't got shit inside me. I'm just boring.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, I've been back and forth with you on the subject, honey. Like, as I said, fucking GW showed like their utter like contempt for their fucking player base several times by just being like, oh yeah, you can determine the outcome. Oh wait, the outcome would basically make this setting way too upbeat. Okay, we're going to ignore the outcome. It's like, what outcome were you hoping for? A complete wash by chaos? You wouldn't have a setting then either. You'd just be all like, oh yeah, chaos won. The back of the Imperium is broken. The Empire is shattered. What setting do you even have then?
Yeah, I'm gonna take off just in case Shai Halud is rapidly approaching my location. Honestly, it wasn't even about being upbeat. It was just about the fact that, I mean, you could have the setting continue if the war against chaos in the Storm of Chaos lost. It was just more the fact they wanted a specific outcome and didn't get it, and then just fucking flip the table. And it's like, no, not only is that retconned, we're blowing your setting up.
Yeah.
Which is some baby back bullshit.
If only there was a surprise Tau victory, and then they could have just been like, huh?
You know what? I remember, honestly, my first instance of acknowledging how fucked up the Tau's, isolation in the galactic scale is. Actually, the first time I really got an inkling of that, really was, the 13th Black Crusade. And that's because they had to have a thing in the 13th Black Crusade, Codex. Because Tau had come out by that point, for context. That said, Tau players can still participate, can still participate in the campaign. I think they were actually considered on the side with like the Imperium and the Eldar. They were saying they could actually participate, even though the Eldar canonically the Tau canonically cannot show up because they're all the way in the Eastern Fringe and don't have the FTL to get there. That was the first part where I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of fucked up. Tau can't really do anything when you think about it. If they're stuck on their little, 150 planet, subsector in the Eastern Fringe.
Have there been Chaos Tau? I don't think they are.
There was one case in one of the Farsight books of a Tau being possessed by a greater demon of siege, but it's kind of difficult because they don't really have much of a soul presence, so demons don't really notice them at all.
Yeah, it's like the opposite, or not quite the opposite, but it's like similar to fucking it's similar but way different to like blanks where they like outright hate their presence. In this case, it's just like, wait, there was a dude there?
Yeah, they legit don't they have trouble perceiving Tau like in the warp. So they don't really like notice them ever. It's like it's to a point that when a Tau ship, breaches the Immaterium without a Geller field, the Tau don't actually get possessed because the demons don't even really know they're there to possess them. It's not like anti-demon juice, like Ash said, like a blank, but you know, it's why like say the Tau of the Fourth Sphere expansion, who went through the warp without a Geller field, ended up like, oh, this is a fucking bugged field. God damn it, I hate that shit.
It's a book hunt, man. A book hunt.
Yeah, it's why they turned on their auxiliaries and had them all killed, because they saw the because some of the surviving Tau had seen the auxiliaries get possessed when they first went through the experimental Tau warp drive and went through the warp without a fucking Geller field. I mean, the Tau are just going to do that to their auxiliaries eventually anyway, but it really sped the sentiment along, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because don't they stare the auxiliaries? You mean like the humans and that they've recruited as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't they sterilize them and stuff like that? So it's like, yeah, pretty much.
They do. They sterilize them. They do all kinds of nasty, icky shit that Tau well, okay, a subsect of Tau fans do not want to acknowledge as canon, but it is canon. They also do things like they completely they mind control the Vespid through their leadership cast. Like the Vespid don't have a culture anymore because it was the leadership cast of the Vespid that would pass that culture along, and with the leadership cast completely mind controlled, there's no one to carry the culture along, so their culture completely died. There's an entry in one of the codexes of a Vespid. Like it's one of the books of a Vespid, like in the abandoned, now silent hives of the of his people, which used to like sing with this like ethereal music as wind would blow through, you know, and it just doesn't do that anymore because none of the crystalline structures which sang like this are maintained anymore because no Vespid knows how, because their culture has been completely erased. He's like lamenting the fact that the Vespid joined the greater good because it's like, yeah, they joined the Tau, but look what it cost them. It cost them everything. They're just a slave race now with no culture and no home.
This is kind of why I like the Leagues of Votan. At least they're just controlled by crazy, possibly insane AIs. I prefer that to weird mind control sense.
Well, yeah, it's like the Leagues of Votan are like superficially nice, mostly in the sense that they will trade with you, but they're also kind of extremely violent anarcho-capitalists. They're basically playing EVE Online. That's what they're doing. You know, we will get that rare mineral. We don't care whose home world we have to nuke to get it. You know,
they crave the mineral.
Yeah, they crave that mineral. It's like we're talking like they will genocide entire planetary populations to get some nickel because the price of nickel went up 0.7%, which I think is cool. It was also nice confirming that the old, you know, because I'd long said this, but they confirmed that the old squat lore and Leagues of Votan lore are in fact the same thing. That one does not retcon the other; they exist in tandem. The new special character for the Leagues of Votan that's coming out in 10th edition is literally the last survivor of the League that was devoured by Tyranids in the old story that the Leagues of Votan were wiped out because they were devoured by Tyranids. Or rather, the squads. But you know what I mean. Also, the Tau wanted to kill off their humans. It was on a ship, I guess, troops, because of the manifestation of the greater god in the warp. The greater good god, yeah, that whole weird-ass storyline. What the fuck zone am I in? Oh, I'm in I-1. I'm at the absolute limit of how far I can go. Okay, I'm turning around. There was like a spice field here. I would have seen it.
Right. So remember how, like, way at the beginning of this stream, I put on, like, a fuckload of aluminum to bake?
Mm-hmm.
It's still going.
Yeah, aluminum takes so goddamn long to make. It is legitimately ridiculous.
Yeah.
I miss you, Chrome Refining Contract. I miss you.
Yeah, it looks like Atreides isn't going to win this week, so we're not going to get any bonuses. And you know what sucks? One of the bonuses we might get is like 25% off refining materials.
Which would probably turn down the large spice refinery to make it really easy to make.
Oh no, it's what do you call it? Oh right, yeah, because we get more for our spice crafting. Yeah, he's basically a slayer. I mean, yeah, essentially, the man has, you know, the character's basically devoted himself to. He's all going around to the other leagues now, like as a free agent, be able to like kill Tyranids, behead Tyranids, roundhouse kick a Tyranid into the concrete. You know, that's his whole thing now. The man really hates Tyranids, as you can imagine. He lost his whole family to them.
And most of his body, if I remember right.
He's really borged up. His I forget his main name, but his title is the Thrice Devoured. He has apparently repeatedly been swallowed by giant Tyranids, and then just very angrily ripped his way out like a Leagues of Votann Doom guy.
Man, imagine if titles actually came with stat buffs, like, in-universe. So, like, dude acquires the title The Thrice Devoured, and suddenly it's like... He gets, like, a massive buff against Tyranids, or at least being eaten by them.
You know what? That actually kind of explains the Adeptus Custodes. Because, you know, their names are literally just fucking... Their names are just really long titles that... Oh. Hello. That's a spice field right there. I'm going for this here ship. That's going to pop soon. I hope it's a big one. It looks like a big one. Now, which side has the fancy pants? Is it this one? Oh, I think this one's been looted. No, it hasn't. Okay. Wait, no, it has. God damn it. Okay, yeah.
I've got a sandstorm coming. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. So, in the meanwhile, today on The Amazing World of Arrakis, you're about to witness a spice blow. It looks a little big. It might be a juicy one. Even if it's not, though, it's still some spice, you know? It's spice we didn't have 5 minutes ago. That's the way I look at it. Well, you know, I don't want to mouse tab out, because if this is a big field, I want to catch the explosion on film. Have I listened to the new Sabaton songs yet? Which ones in particular? Last new song of theirs I listened to was the one about the Knights Templar, which was fucking rad. Okay, any second now, this thing is gonna bust on me. There it goes. I think. Did it just bug out? Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Oh! There it goes. Hannibal and Miyamoto Musashi. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to watch those. Alright, yeah, okay, that's just a small field, but I'll go for it. Oh, hold on, here comes a Thopter. I don't know if I can trust this guy. Come on, that's right. You fly the other direction, buddy. Okay, he's gone. will read chat in a sec. I'm currently spicing it up. Getting some spice in my life. Oh. Time to bug off. I see you there, Shiloh. You can calm your ass down. Yeah, this looks like we're on the border of I think we're on I-4 now. Probably gonna land on one of these rocks and repair my wings. They're called Lightning at the Gates and the Duelist. Yeah, thank you, Chonka. I'll look those up. Yeah, I'm gonna land at this rock. I am hoping this rock is unoccupied. That would be nice. I'd like to repair my wings. It looks unoccupied. Yep, I'm good. All right. This helipad looking structure right here. Fine. Let's see. Work this out. What? Okay. How's my engine doing? Engine is fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'll just get the wings. Ah, fuck it, I'll get everything. I'll switch back to this and take off again. There's a large spice field. I'm wondering if there's anything on it. Glide on over and take a look. We are now in I-5. We are now in a mid-range processor for a computer. Well, that's a ship. We're going to follow this. Because these things have patterns in them, and I want to steal them.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
I've been gaming too long and my body was like, maybe you should deposit some things.
Oh, I got you. It's the wrong side. Ow.
These are on, right? I got a green light. Green light needs to go.
Here's the one we really want. Oh, more of the fucking wing modules. Jesus. Industrial pumps. Off-world medical supplies. Some spice. You know what? I'm gonna go for top as well. Where's that junk? There it is.
That's all cooking. Could do another blood run.
We got everything from that ship. Where? Drop that. Uh-oh. Whoop. Time to fuck off. Okay, I'm gonna land on one of these rocks and organize my inventory here. Oh well, let's watch Shai Hulud eat the ship. Any second now. Shai Hulud? Drunk? He went the other way. What the shit? Usually they go for the ship. Well, I got all the loot, so it doesn't matter.
That has
Oh, wrong button.
There we go.
I don't think the big spice field is popped, so yeah. Got any advice for collecting Black Templars? Yes. Melee is your friend. Chaplains are very good for them. You'll also for your elite units, you're definitely gonna want what are they called? Sword brethren. I've looted so many Albatross wing module Mark 6s, it's actually kind of ridiculous. Do I even have room for? No, I don't have room for all this stuff in my Thopter. I might have to come back. God, I've got like 5 of these. Okay. You know what? Okay, you know what? Harvesting spice at this point would be kind of pointless because I have no more spots in my ship's inventory. I'm heading back to base.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
But yeah, Keen, if you want some actual start collecting advice, the new Black Templar combat patrol that's coming out with, it's got a, what do you call it? It's got an Emperor's Champion. It's got a squad, a Crusader squad. It's got a Sword Brethren squad, and it's also got a Blade Guard veteran squad. Two of those, a chaplain and a captain. You know, it's called a marshal for them, but you know what I mean. Honestly, not a bad place to start. It's a pretty good combat patrol box. You can also turn the extra Emperor's Champion in the combat patrol because they'll have an extra. You can you could probably have enough parts left over to convert that into a Castellan, which is like a what do you call it? It's basically a like a lieutenant. You know, speaking of Blade Guard, now that I think about it, we're talking about, you know, we want to talk about ridiculous Games Workshop bullshit. I don't think the Blade Guard Ancient has a separate kit of its own yet. Like, I legitimately don't think it does. It still hasn't got one. You have to buy a $120 box you have to buy a $120 box that it's included with in order to get it. Currently building Grimaldus. He's a good choice for a... He's a really good choice for a character. So is Helbrecht.
You fight Grimaldus.
Eridar, Lord of the Burning Legion.
Ow. Ow. Fuck you.
What the fuck was that Eridar's name?
Jaraxxus.
Jaraxxus. That's it. Yeah, okay.
Fuck you. Bindu fucking cunt. Fuck you.
Oh, let me guess. You're in Misa Toriel, aren't you?
Yeah. And these cunts keep robbing me of my stamina, which means... There we go. There we go. Go down.
You can also get them in the Company Heroes box, too. No, I mean specifically the Blade Guard Ancient. The Blade Guard Ancient is a specific mini you can't get in any other box, but this $120 box of push-fit models. Like, that's the only place to get it. Games Workshop is just allergic to giving that model its own fucking kit.
Too many guys down the middle for me to deal with that.
See, I like to snipe them. That's what I do.
I don't have a gun. I don't have any skills in guns.
I know. I'm just saying, I like to snipe them. But I will be honest, I think melee is actually easier in this game. Especially if you're being chased. Because the guys they're chasing you usually have shields. I need to use specific guns to take them out.
Fuck you! Stop that! Oh, you fucking cunt.
Alright, I am landing in my base.
There we go. Alright.
Okay, I gotta store all this shit. I have looted so much stuff. Hi, Krypton.
That was so frustrating.
Y'all good?
I am fine.
Oh, I logged out. I finished up. I just logged out in the deep desert. I didn't know my guy was still standing there, though.
Oh, no, I figured you were somewhere in the base, because you're not here, but your light thopter is.
Oh, that's my assault thopter, I think.
That's your small? No, I'm pretty sure that's your small.
Oh, I got the Harkoon and the assault thopter. I made that one the same colors.
Oh, one moment. I'll go back upstairs and look in a minute here. Another full stack of spice. No, that's, okay. Wait. Oh, did I put everything in the wrong... I put these in the wrong fucking box. I don't believe that. Alright, hold on. I still don't know what the cartography papers do.
Cartography papers?
Yeah, like, you get them from the ships.
Oh, the ship manifests.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Yeah, they're just stuff you dump to House Landsrad representatives.
Oh, okay.
200 of them usually does enough to get the tier 5, or, the 5th grade of rewards of the tier 6 item.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Alright. And, what else have I got in my inventory? I got 3 batteries. I'll shove them in here. A couple extra minutes on the thing for the day. And I've got a busted power pack I can recycle.
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna also leave the call now because it seems as I've left the game, and I'll go.
Okay.
Gonna go sleepy because it's 1 a.m.
All right, sleep well, Krypton.
Sleep well,
Good night.
You know what? I've also been going for about 3 hours 20 minutes. I'm thinking maybe I should wrap it up too. All right, hold up, everyone. I'm gonna see who I know who is streaming right now. Who am I following? That's streaming.
Let me check that as well. Bam 14, Sandy Lightning, Denzel Jones, Gallant J.
I'll raid Bay.
Okay.
I have no idea what she's playing, but raid Bay M14. Am I spelling that right? Yep. All right. Thank you for coming, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. You know what? I'll figure that out when I get there. So, yeah. So, I'll catch you then. Take care, everyone. Have a good evening, and, yeah, later.
Later's all.